year is to make sure no one is killed in a traffic crash. Please help us reach the goal by driving safe, alert, sober, and buckle up.
Alan Poole, director of the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, says 23 people died on Georgia roads during last year's Thanksgiving travel period. AAA estimates 2.1 million Georgians will hit the road for Thanksgiving. An Atlanta Hawks legend is honored tonight after his passing 2 months ago.
A series of tributes for Hall of Famer Dikembe Mutombo will appear at the Hawks game against the Dallas Mavericks. That includes a new court decal in honor of his legacy. Players will also wear shirts during pregame with his famous "No, no, no" finger wag taunt on them. He played for the team from 1996 to 2001. His number 55 jersey was retired back in 2015. Mutombo died September 30th at the age of 58 after a battle with brain cancer. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 3:03, and the Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Here's Veronica Harrell.
With better news now from our folks over in Midtown. Stalled motorist has cleared 85 southbound below 17th Street, exit A84. Still is a slow run both directions. 75, 85 north and southbound between University and Midtown 17th Street. Moving elsewhere on that south side, holiday travel has begun. 75 northbound, nicely packed in before Bill Gardner Parkway, and 75 southbound. You're looking at brake lights as you leave Highway 138, and also you're beginning to fill up and slow as you circle the city along 285. I'm Veronica Harrell, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy today, warm, high 72. Watching for rain showers to arrive after midnight. Off and on rain for the morning commute, but drying out through the day, high 62. Wednesday, partly cloudy, morning low 43, afternoon high 64.
It is 72 now in Dallas, 70 in Suwanee, and 73 in Jonesboro. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond, Hour 1 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I am your lovable, huggable radio chat host, Eric Von Hessler. The other voices you hear are the Doctrinaires. Man of 1,000 voices, Tim Andrews. Lady of 184.7 characters, Autumn Fisher. The man behind the glass, George Clark. And the handsomest producer in all of producery, Jared Yamamoto.
Happy start to Turkey Week.
Start to Turkey Week.
That's right.
Happy start to Turkey Week.
Yeah, this is
doesn't exactly roll off the tongue.
No, it doesn't, but I was going to say turkey trot, but that has, so many different
We can
races.
just say, welcome to Turkey Week.
Thanksgiving week.
How about, you're more formal.
Sure.
Tim, you're a traditionalist.
Yes.
As they say.
Salutations.
Salutations.
'Tis the time of the bird. The turkey bird.
Bodacious greetings,
Yeah.
Tim Andrews, and happy Thanksgiving week to you,
Yes.
I would say. But, this Jared Yamamoto, he's one of the kids, and they like to have their own language. And
That's
so
right.
they like to go with the, it's Turkey Week.
He's awfully old for a kid.
I'll tell you what. Well, yeah, but he's still got that.
Got moxie?
He's just got that kind of little boy's face. There's nothing he can do.
Yeah.
It won't be there long. He's 35. He's a functioning alcoholic. After 40, you get the face you deserve.
You wake up
But
with the
for
wrinkles,
right now,
right?
For right now, until he gets that
So I
gin
feel great.
blossom.
I feel great. Was out with a bunch of 20-year-olds this weekend
Oh,
celebrating my
wow.
friend's wedding. I was
Are
out
you
and
getting
about.
on?
No,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I am
Well,
a happily married man. Thank you
look,
very
I know.
much.
I'll ask you off air. I wasn't going to get it.
Well,
it
he
was
could be
silly.
getting on with his the ball and chain. The old lady.
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, what's exciting about that? There's nothing exciting. That's. As far as gossip goes, there's nothing fun there.
Eric wants the juice.
Yeah, not that.
So do your friends.
Completely. So, were you the pathetic old man yelling at the 23-year-olds that they were going to bed too soon and didn't know how to party?
No.
Okay.
I think we all kind of ended the night on the right note. Everyone was calling Ubers at the same time, but I've still got it, man. I can hang out till 1, 2
Is
a.m.
that
without a problem.
That's your standard. I've still got it as I can drink until way deep into the morning hours.
I think that's a qualifier.
That's
because I have friends now. Again, I'm in that weird age where people have kids now. People decide that going to bed at 9 o'clock is fun. I'm not in that category.
Nobody says it's fun. It's just if you have to wake up at 5 in the morning, it works out better. That's all.
Different. I have friends that are like, I love going to bed early.
Oh well, no, it can be something to look forward to. Like, oh, I can't wait to just get in bed and just rot until I fall asleep.
Yeah. Usually that's because the kids are out of control. I can just go to bed. Just go to sleep.
Just end this
Just
day
shoot him
already.
with a tranquilizer dart from across the room and then go to bed.
If I have to. If I have to pretend that I am enjoying something that a 4-year-old enjoys for another 10 minutes, I'm just going to lose it. So, okay, it only took us 3 hours to get him to go to sleep. It's 9 o'clock. I'm going to bed. Enjoy myself for a little while. So, yeah, I think the people that are in their 30s that start enjoying going to bed at 9 p.m., I think that's because the stress of life is just too much.
Yeah, I think so too. And thankfully,
I can't stay up to watch Grey's Anatomy. It's too much. I got to be in bed by 9 p.m.
DVR it. You can watch it in the morning.
Well, there's that as well. But, the wife with her Today Show, it's hard to compete.
Well, for me, it's been for the
making that up.
that and the Equalizer, too. The Equalizer, you just can't miss that. And that comes on late on.
Queen Latifah showing up, beating up gang members. Making it right.
That can't still be on
55
air.
It's a bona fide hit.
Got re-signed.
Wow.
The Equalizer. Well, Queen, a 55-year-old woman, a little bit overweight, not a little bit, not in the greatest shape. Tell you what, I don't know what city she's supposed to be in, but the gang members, they don't get scared of much. But when you in that town, you bring up Queen Latifah, those gang members are shaking, quaking in their boots, because she'll come in and kick ass. Which is what she does, Yeah. And, yeah, that's a hit. That's a hit. People watch. Some people are still watching CBS. It doesn't seem like anybody who's still watching TV in prime time, they're all watching CBS. They seem like the only ones that have those shows that I never once saw an episode of Blue Bloods. It was on for like 20 years. Jag was on for like 15. I never saw a minute of it.
NCIS, not an
Hawaii
episode.
5-0. That was always the one that I would see during the football games.
See, Hawaii 5-0 was a show when I was a kid. And
they just redid it for...
They redid it and turned it into a modern thing. But I never liked it when I was a kid. Hawaii 5-0 had the greatest opening for a show. Surfing the waves. Dun, 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 dun. And it was great. And then...
Then the show came on.
I'm
Jack Lord.
I'd probably like it more now. Although I do recognize now that the kid who played Boy in the Tarzan movies was in that show. I can see it now. When I was a kid, I didn't see it.
Those shows are good to watch to go, oh, look, it's Christopher Walken when he had blonde hair and he was in his teens or 20s.
Yeah, they always play like these con artists or something and coming through Honolulu.
Yeah.
With their little cons.
I'm going to rip off the Navy.
It was probably just above my head when I was a kid. I don't know.
You can go back and rewatch it.
You expect it. Yeah, I'm going to go back and watch them all.
Do that with MASH, all 11 seasons. Do a podcast.
I do like the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
It's kind of stunk after that.
I just looked it up. Queen Latifah has been protecting New York City for 5 seasons now on the air.
Wow. The whole pandemic?
Yes, from 2021. So just right as the pandemic was kicking off.
My goodness gracious.
And again, they got renewed too for next year. She'll be back protecting New York City
and look,
again for
she
another
doesn't
year.
have to do it. She's got plenty of money, and she can go back to recording artists, recording songs. But you know what? She cares. And to her, look, maybe her life would be a little easier if she was just going into recording studios and cranking out big old bangers. But she cares, and she's going to put her 55-year-old, slightly overweight body out there on the line to fight the gangsters, the gang members. And I think that we should salute her for that, because she can just go because she just retired to a little mansion. Listen to her catalog of fantastic music, of which I've never heard anything, I don't think.
Well, remember this.
Have I ever heard a Queen Latifah song? Is there one that's so huge?
UNITY, that's for unity.
Oh, I've not heard that. Sounds nice, though.
Did you see Chicago, the movie?
I did once.
She's in that. She sings a song.
Okay.
She's Mama Morton.
I saw that once.
When you're hot for Mama, Mama's hot for you.
She knows the words. They're very good.
It's a good musical.
It is. I
really
enjoyed
good.
it. Wasn't Richard Gere in that?
In the movie, yeah.
Yeah, that whole song and dance he did with the squirrel or whatever. No, squirrel.
The
Was it
squirrel.
gerbil?
It was a gerbil.
Gerbil.
Squirrels are big. Gerbils are just right.
So gerbils are starters.
Yeah,
you
start
gotta start with the gerbil.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I don't think that ever happened. But you know.
What who started that? And
I don't know.
I
Where
don't
did
like him. I'm going to start a rumor.
Where did that? A lot of people don't like these actors. They start rumors. There's some right-wing friends of mine telling me that Alec Baldwin killed a girl. Come on, obviously you made that up. You just don't like his politics.
Let's go to
that movie got
Snopes.
premiered, and
they didn't invite him.
Well,
I can understand why.
You're still looking at him throughout the whole thing. He's the star of the movie. It's kind of a weird deal because her family got, like, her husband, who was part of the film making a. I can't remember if he was the director. I can't remember. Her husband was involved, and so they wanted to finish the movie and they wanted to premiere the movie, but they didn't want Alec Baldwin around. But if you're there, you're still looking. What is everybody thinking every time they see him? And if that scene comes up, now this stuff has happened before. I mean, Jason Lee, the Crow, he was killed on that set, and that movie came out, and it was a pretty big hit.
But the Twilight Zone movie.
Twilight Zone movie.
John
Vic Morrow
Landis,
was beheaded during a helicopter scene in that movie, and that movie came out. So it's happened before, but it's not like it's so like take the Twilight Zone movie. It's like people were mad at the director, right? Like you didn't have a safe enough situation for your actors. But this is a little bit different because it's and I think it was a gun that got Jason Lee, but it was a prop gun, but he put it too close to his head or something.
Same thing happened to John David Hexum from that show Voyagers in the early '80s.
Right,
he was goofing around.
Yeah, and so you just because it's a blank doesn't mean it doesn't actually have some power to it. But I mean, this one, it's like if that scene is in there where they're in the church and he pulls the gun, like did they have to redo that scene? Like I would leave it out, but I don't know what part of the story. I don't know how much of the story hinges upon it. So, but I don't know, but that would be an uncomfortable watch, I would think. It's probably at best an okay movie.
Do you think he got at least a copy of it so he can watch it himself by himself?
Of course he's seen it. I think but he's on like a fast track for like really Will Smith has had to pay more penalty for smacking Chris Rock at the Oscars than so far Alec Baldwin. Now, I don't know. Maybe he's not getting the offers.
They let him back on SNL.
But he's on SNL, and they're like, "Hey, nothing, no problem. Let's keep going here." I do believe it was an accident, but some people get an easier path than others to redemption based on who you are, what you've done, who you know, that kind of thing. Still, I don't think has been too apologetic about it. So I think it was a tragedy, and it was an accident. But I also think that his sort of demeanor about it, since always being on Instagram with your kids eating ice cream and
that was before the court case too.
That was before the case. Hey, you know what? People kind of feel like you should be sitting in a room with your head in your hand, going, "How did this happen? And what can I do?" But you know what? I guess he just sees it as his career.
You can't mourn forever.
You can't mourn. You can mourn for 48 hours or so, though.
People are allowed to be happy.
All right, George, let's bring in the word of the day.
Word of the day.
Desiderata.
What?
Desiderata.
What?
Desiderata.
Desiderata. Now, this is an interesting word for me because I don't know if you guys, I know was this a big thing in the 70s that went away in the 80s? There's this poem.
I was thinking of it. I just didn't say it.
No, white trash families had this
We had
poem.
it hanging on the wall, cross-stitch.
Yes. It's up there. Like it's like this is how you live your life. This is like I don't know if anybody with any sort of income in their family growing up had this, but if you were northeastern white trash like Tim Andrews and myself, this was like the guide to life. It started out so go placidly amid the noise and the haste. And remember what peace there may be in silence, And then it's like 8 more paragraphs. It's a very long.
My mom had that hanging in the living room.
We had
Okay,
it.
okay.
We
So,
had
so
it.
it's the beginning of wall quotes, then basically. You know how you go
Yeah,
into
yeah.
houses and you see like this
Yeah.
home is for the family or something like that.
Kind of, but this thing was long. Like
Yeah.
you had to stand there and read this thing. It was like the Declaration of Independence or something.
That and the one that ended with, and I looked back and there was only one set of tracks.
Well,
the footprints in the sand.
That's more religious, whereas this is more kind of generalized.
Because there's a murderer on your back, and he's punching you in the face.
All right, let's not piss everybody off that's listening
I wouldn't
to
think
us.
No, I wasn't saying that was who that was.
I know. It was
You took it
perfectly innocent. Perfectly innocent.
Desiderata.
Yeah, let's get back to that. So now desideratum is the only thing that you can get. So for some reason, that's the noun, and desiderata is the plural. Something desired as essential. So I don't know why the hell it's the name of this thing telling you how to live your life. I guess that would be desired as essential. I have no idea. But again, the word is
Desiderata.
and the host has to use that in some sort of natural, organic way before 7 p.m.
Now, how's
in
that
a
going to work?
sentence.
How is that going to work this week with the truncated week?
Oh, because are we just here for 2 days or 3 days?
2 days.
Oh, okay. So, well, maybe
Yes.
we'll just do the 2, and we'll add them to the week after that.
Okay.
Because I don't think we can do much with the story, Autumn's story, with 2 more words.
And it's getting good.
It is
Yeah.
getting juicy.
So, just waiting for Autumn to say what she would want in that situation. Like, she is the writer of the story. I thought maybe she would want to.
Yes,
No,
Autumn.
So we'll do it that way. We'll do it
All
that
right.
way. We'll
I'm sorry, I didn't get the notes before the show that said what I'm supposed to say and what I'm not supposed to say.
Jared, it's your job to get those notes to Autumn. Why have you not
I didn't
done
get the
that?
script.
You got it. You know what? We're on page 6 right now. I'm sending it to you right now. Page
Oh,
6,
shoot.
line 2, paragraph B.
Keep
Okay,
up!
thank you. Sorry.
Keep up!
God.
So, what was that? Joe Biden? Did we pardon the turkeys?
We sure did.
That's
Blossom
the beginning
and
of
Peach.
Turkey Week.
That's right.
Blossom and Peach.
Blossom, this is a great show. Remember Blossom?
Whoa.
Whoa, Joey. Hey, it's who we are.
They were staying nice listening to their favorite music.
Music.
Which apparently includes the song
Includes.
Living on a Prayer.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Wherever his cognitive situation is, he's lost the U.
Oh,
Twice.
No consonants are used.
He says music and include. He somehow doesn't use the U and included. Try to.
They were staying nice listening to their favorite music, which apparently includes the song Living on a Prayer.
Man,
Well,
he
fellas,
delivered that so
Your
naturally.
prayer's going to be answered today. Based on your temperament and commitment to being productive members of society,
Anxiety.
I hereby pardon Peach and Blossom.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey-o.
Congratulations again to Donald Trump for becoming president again.
Congratulations, birds.
That was last year, I believe.
Did Trump do that every year? I don't remember him.
Yeah, they all do it.
All right.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's no reason not to do it. Why? You think Trump's like, no, those are good-looking birds.
Look,
Cook them up.
everybody look.
Publicly, we'll we'll
Give me
pardon
that.
them,
Give
but
me that.
privately.
Give me the machete.
Yeah, that's the next president should just change it to actually just chopping their heads off.
I now
Like,
declare
public
turkey killer time.
You have a bunch of kids in the audience crying. Well, you got to get used to life.
You're in the splash zone, kid.
I'm like Gallagher.
Now, of course, Biden did take a moment to bring it back. You know, I know it was funny there, but he
Oh,
brought
like
it back for-
Unity? Like that song by
Yeah.
Queen Latifah that I love so much?
UNITY.
He tried to bring people back
May
here.
we use this moment to take time from our busy lives and focus on what matters most.
Most!
Our families. My dad used to have an expression that families the beginning, the middle, and the end.
Yeah.
Our friends and our neighbors.
It's a long thing his dad used to say. With my dad used to say, family is the middle, beginning, end, and your neighbors, and your dog, and your next door neighbor, other one on the other side, and the guy with the house that's always on fire.
Then his brother got eaten by cannibal. Oh, no, he didn't. I just made
Old
that
Uncle
up.
Jim crashed into an island and got eaten by savages.
He wasn't pardoned. Why should I pardon these damn turkeys?
The hell with a turkey.
They were staying nice listening to their favorite music,
Music.
which apparently includes the song living on a prayer.
Is it January yet? When's January? Please, January 20th.
Are you phoning it in, Joe? Are you phoning this in?
He's not phoning anything in. He's trying to start World War III before January 20th. So I think it's
Turn
good.
it over to Anthony. You go ahead, finish this.
Yeah. Let's see if we can make it to January. Hey, maybe the Democrats are right. Maybe Trump was an existential threat. Like Biden's like, if Trump gets elected, I'm starting World War III.
Damn
We're
right.
going to the nuclear holocaust. Maybe they were right. Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Would it be a nice gesture, Joe, if you just actually, for Thanksgiving, I know it's an American
I
holiday.
pardon Putin.
But it'd be nice, though. Why don't
Did
you
you pardon
send,
Putin?
Pardon Putin. What? What do you want me to do?
Send him a turkey. I know it's our holiday, but it'd be a nice gesture
You
to give
probably
him
put
a
a
nice,
bomb in it and drop it on Oslo.
a nice gesture to send him a turkey.
He is a turkey.
Oh, hey,
you
now.
got
Hey.
him.
Hey, we're not. That's not what we're about. We're not. That's not what we're about. Not who we are. It's not who we are. For heaven's sakes.
Who are we?
That's what we
That's
would
the
like
question,
to
to be or who we are, not to the end of it.
There's
Who's next?
There's a story in Wall Street Journal. It's about the case for being ungrateful. So that now you got to find something, as if the idea behind Thanksgiving is that you take at least one time in the year. None of us do this anymore, but that's the idea. The idea is that you take a little inventory at least once a year. Doesn't mean you can't do it often, but most people don't. So we have this holiday where you take inventory and go, I am thankful for this. As crappy as things seem, these are the things that aren't crappy and that I'm thankful for. And now we have these social psychiatrists, and this one person, I think in the story, is referred to as a happiness expert. Which, if I better not find you in a bad mood ever. If you are a happiness expert,
It'd
you
be like
better,
seeing Smiling Mark with a frown.
yeah,
Never
it
happens.
can't happen. That man has to smile anytime he's in public. So if you're a happiness expert, you had better not be complaining about anything anywhere in public. So the happiness experts, they're talking about there's a case for being ungrateful, and the idea is that if they call it toxic positivity. That's the only reason I even brought this up. I love that phrase, toxic positivity. Because the first thing I thought of was Jerry Yamamoto when I heard that.
Oh,
phrase.
I definitely have toxic positivity. It's a problem.
So and I guess there's something to this, but it's just kind of like, yeah, we don't need to hear it now. It's not like people are doing this every day of the year. The idea is we don't do it enough. But if you spent all of your time being thankful for everything and not recognizing the things that are hurting you, it wouldn't be good. So you can't be toxically positive. You can't be a Jared necessarily. Positive about everything, even though knowing, he'll see the glass half full when there's like one drop of water in it. Like, you will just make it up.
Yeah, we're going to be all right.
As I have gotten older, though, I will admit I have become more cynical about things. But I am, again, the positivity meter is still there. I still can be very positive.
Well,
but
I can't wait till 45.
Oh yeah,
if he's still working.
Angry Jerry.
If he's still working here. For me,
yeah. Oh,
like
here's
still
your
cut
70.
sheet. Still, here's the cut sheet. There, yeah. Add about 20 pounds to him.
20 pounds.
Well, after the wife and kids leave,
And a
I feel like you go into a little bit of a spiral. And then he'll quickly gain like 25 pounds, and then he'll wake up one day and decide, I got this all worked out in my head. One day he wakes up and decides, you know what, that's enough. It's time for the old Jared. Let's get on the treadmill. And he does it. And then he loses like 30 pounds in like 3 months. And then he decides, hey, he goes out, he plays basketball, and he just drops dead.
Jeez.
Just because,
Oh my
it's like,
God.
well, you can go this.
I'm glad you have my life. All...
gain and lose, too quickly there. You'll end up with.
You got Biden to laugh.
Oh, he's positive,
That's
this guy. He's a good guy.
So I guess there's a case to be made. The idea that you don't want to pretend you're grateful for things that are actually hurting you. You want to accept reality. I just feel like this is not the time for this, because the idea of Thanksgiving is take at least one time in the year to remind yourself of what you're thankful of.
Now,
I'm thankful for Autumn Fisher.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank
I
you.
am. And I'm thankful for Jared Yamamoto and
Thank
Tim Andrews, George Clark.
Thank you.
Greg Russ, and English Nick, and Shelley Winter, and my wife and kids, and my grandkids, and my daughter-in-law. But what I'm mostly thankful for is that I get to be me. Who Who won the lottery? Who won the lottery?
Post Malone presents the Big Ass Stadium Tour. 9-time Diamond certified and 16-time Grammy Award nominated phenomenon, Post Malone. His biggest headline tour, live at Mercedes-Benz Stadium May 11th. Global superstar, Post Malone, with Jelly Roll and special guest Sierra Farrell. Pre-sale for Citi Card members is available now at LiveNation.com.
Is shopping for health coverage confusing? Georgia's got you covered. Georgia Access is our state's program for all residents to find quality, affordable health insurance. At georgiaaccess.gov, you can explore a variety of plan options. You may even qualify for no-cost coverage. Open enrollment is happening now. Visit georgiaaccess.gov today. Georgia Access. Health insurance. The Georgia way.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
The legendary Eastman Gun Shows are this weekend at the Gwinnett Fairgrounds in Lawrenceville. Bring your friends and family, rain or shine. Saturday 9 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. We have everything for the lovers of the right to bear arms. Eastman Gun Shows, proud supporters of the Second Amendment.
November 29th is Blue Box Friday at D. Geller & Son Jewelers. It's our best sale of the year. Every beautiful piece of jewelry in a blue box is 20% off. Buy 2 pieces and get 40% off both. Buy 3 or more, get 60% off everything. You'll find everything from classic diamond hoops to unique gemstone necklaces to diamond wedding bands. D. Geller & Son has been Atlanta's holiday tradition since 1939. This Blue Box Friday, let us show you why with incredible jewelry at unbeatable prices in Atlanta, Kennesaw, and Sandy Springs. Learn more at dgeller.com.
When you need quality professional tree work, choose Heath Tree Service. Hi, I'm Jimmy Heath. My father started Heath Tree Service over 60 years ago, and we're still family owned. Certified arborists and experts with trees. Find us at heathtreeservice.com.
What's your car worth? Find out now at JimEllisBuysCars.com, the safe and easy way to sell your car. Plus, Jim Ellis will beat any CarMax purchase offer by $500. Sell your car today, fast, easy, fair. For complete details, visit JimEllisBuysCars.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top story, the Justice Department moves to dismiss the federal criminal charges against President-elect Trump, citing a long-standing policy of not prosecuting sitting presidents. CBS's Nicole Killian reports on what this means for the case in Fulton County.
The election interference case that is still pending in Georgia, which continues to be on ice, so unclear whether or not this federal case will have any bearing on that state case.
The president-elect's team says Jack Smith's decision to dismiss the federal cases is a major victory for the rule of law. A teenage mother in Cobb County is facing charges after her baby is found dead.
We can now confirm that 17-year-old Leticia Rodriguez is being charged with multiple felonies related to concealing the death of an infant.
Officer Chuck McPhillamy with Marietta Police says the medical examiner is now working to determine the child's exact age and specific cause of death, which could lead to more charges. Rodriguez is currently hospitalized but will be jailed without bond once she is released. Holiday travelers packing airports ahead of Thanksgiving.
It doesn't matter when you leave, it's always going to be a lot of traffic, a lot of volume as well, so it's something that you just expect.
You don't know if the weather's going to hold up. You don't know if
you have delays. We are here a bit early. We found out our flight's already delayed.
TSA expects to screen 18.3 million airline passengers between tomorrow and next Monday. And if you're driving somewhere for Thanksgiving, drive carefully.
As part of the national Click It or Ticket campaign, Alan Poole, director of the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, is urging Georgians to join the click and buckle up.
Our goal is when crashes occur, everyone is able to walk away from that crash. A seat belt is the most important piece of safety equipment in your vehicle.
Last year, 23 people were killed on Georgia's roads during the Thanksgiving travel period. State troopers will also be working special shifts to be out in force during the holiday. In Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 3:32 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And in the 24-hour traffic center this afternoon, here is Ashley Frasca.
Hey, good afternoon, Bill. Really starting to see that holiday volume pick up. 75 north is at its worst, up from Locust Grove and stops to Hudson Bridge. 75 south is sluggish as well, headed out of Stockbridge. On the downtown connector, looking at about 30 minutes. 75-85 southbound from 17th Street to 166 Langford Parkway. And got the volume picking up through Spaghetti Junction. 285 east, ramping on to 85 north. I'm Ashley Frasca, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. A mix of sun and clouds today, high 72. Rain showers arrive after midnight with lows in the mid-50s. The morning rain tapers off, afternoon sunshine staying cool, high 62. Dry on Wednesday, partly cloudy, morning low 43, afternoon high 64.
Right now it's 73 in Norcross, 71 in Douglasville, also 71 in Hampton. More news at 4 o'clock, breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
The holidays are a magical time to get engaged. At Shane Company, we're here to help you create your dream engagement ring in just 3 easy steps. Choose a setting that speaks to your style. Compare diamonds and colorful gemstones in all shapes and sizes. Then personalize it with a decorative crown and special engraving. Or choose a perfectly preset ring that's ready to go. At Shane Company, you'll find everyday competitive prices, a no-pressure environment, and an unmatched free lifetime warranty. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
So how do we create value? This is Greg Trzynski from the Original Mattress Factory. Value comes from having complete control over our product quality. From design to manufacturing to delivery, everything is handled in-house by our trained professionals. This approach allows us to maintain strict quality standards and respond quickly to customer needs. We believe true value is created when a company takes full responsibility for its products. When you choose OMF, you're getting a mattress built with care and attention at every step. OriginalMattress.com.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual Imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
Norwegian Cruise Line's Black Friday preview sale is finally here. Enjoy huge savings with 50% off all cruises and NCL's all-new More at Sea package, including unlimited open bar, specialty dining, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Oh, what is this you threw in the bundle. Today's
boy.
bundle of stories from Secret Atlanta.
Don't tell anybody.
They don't want anybody to know that they have a website.
What's the URL?
Secret Atlanta.
Tough.
The Magnetic Van Gogh experience is open at Atlanta's Arts Center. Is this the same thing that was here once before?
This is a different one.
So this is magnetic. What does that mean? Do you stick to the paintings when you walk through? What do you,
Yeah, you better make sure that you're not.
Yeah.
You don't have anything magnetic on, otherwise you go right in the wall.
What is magnetic? What the hell does that mean?
CT scan. You just go through it.
Oh, that's right. And they just imprint Van Gogh paintings on you. You know, I hate these things. I've never been to one, but I don't like them.
I bet you'd like it.
No, it's might as well be groovy, but it's not. If this is what it takes to get people interested in Van Gogh and his art, I think it's a little too much. I just, it's not okay. You have to be immersed inside of everything. That wasn't, it's a way to go. I wouldn't pass a law to say you couldn't do it, but it's not for me. Do you know that Van Gogh? I feel, isn't that weird? Where you feel
It's not Van Gogh.
It is Van Gogh.
No, it's Van Gogh.
Okay, it's Van Gogh.
No, see, that's too much.
Van Gogh.
No,
Van
too
Gogh.
much.
It's one of those names where you feel dumb when you say it the right way.
Right, so just say Van Gogh. It's fine.
Obama used to get this all the time. He would pronounce words. He would pronounce words correctly, and the Republicans would go after him. So it's like, what? Wait, getting your grammar correctly is somehow wrong? I'd never quite understood that.
College boy.
Yeah, Mr. Know-It-All. He calls them Iran rather than Iran.
Yeah.
So do you know that Van Gogh, we'll just go with that, well, he didn't really take his...
We'll golf with that.
He did, yeah. He didn't really take his painting seriously until like late 20s, early 30s. And like he had always been drawing. I mean, there's sketches from when he was a kid. But he didn't really take it seriously. And right before he really started to take it seriously, he went through this period of religious zealotry. It was nothing but religion for him. And he became like a missionary to, I think, some really terrible part of London at the time, I think. And he went and he lived amongst the people. And he decided that he had to be just like them. So he stopped bathing. He would never bathe. And because the people he was ministering to, they didn't have it any better than that. And so like his landlady started complaining. Like everybody started complaining, man, you stink to high heaven. And he's like, I'm religious, I'm fervor, I'm into this thing. And then the church sent somebody out to see how he was doing. And immediately the guy was like, we got to get rid of this guy. He is nuts. And so he got removed from the job. But he was very wayward in his 20s. He couldn't get anything going on.
Was there a stinky
And he came
painting?
from a good family, so they would kind of like fund him. What?
So there wasn't a stinky religious painting era in his life?
No. It was really kind of after that
Okay.
that he began to really take it seriously. Like I said, there's sketches and stuff from the time he was a kid, but he didn't really buckle down and take it seriously until he got out of his religious phase and kind of buckled down in his late 20s, early 30s. I only bring it to you because I just found this out like 2 weeks ago. I never knew that part of his story. You got to thank YouTube. They have nice little history lessons on YouTube.
Yeah, the last experience I went to for Van Gogh, they had a big focus on some of the Asian roots that he actually, like, I guess he went over to...
Did he?
Asia, yeah.
He went to...
there was Asian influence in his art, which is
Right.
what made it unique compared to the time, I guess.
It was completely original artwork is what it was. And he died not knowing that he was, like, his stuff goes for like $50 million. Does it really help if you just die and you can't take part in it? It's a real cruel thing.
Who
like
owns
the guy,
his name? Does anyone in particular own his name?
No, but each painting will sell. I don't know if somebody owns the name. No, I think the trademark will have lapsed at this point. But the individual paintings are selling. They sell for $80 million and $120 million. And this guy was just a complete and total loser to most of the people, other than his brother in his lifetime. So he has no idea how popular he is, that people are still, nobody would talk about him in his own time. People are still talking about him now and having immersive magnetic experiences with him. But he was an all-around crazy person, and you can kind of see it in the art, but it's fantastic. He's the best ever, really, I think.
They did have a really cool, the last experience, I don't know if they'll have it at this one or not, but they had like a headset function where you actually like went on a kind of roller coaster ride through
Yeah,
the different eras of his paintings.
If you need that,
I know.
honestly,
I went to see it and I did not like it.
it's just
so dumb.
It's not not everything is an amusement park ride. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
art takes some quiet time.
I was going to say quiet thoughtfulness.
Yeah, and it's maybe obviously it's not for everybody. I think it's going to be for less and less people as the attention spans just get shorter and shorter. I was going to start this thing here. Do you want to say something else? Do you have say it now or forever hold your peace?
I think to Autumn's point, one thing that got annoying was they had this really cool room at the very end of it where all of the paintings kept flashing, like through the years, kept flashing up on the walls and the ceiling.
And it moved.
And it moved. And to Autumn's point, where I agree, where I found it annoying was I sat in there for so long with Tina that the music started replaying again.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
I don't need the music. Let me at least process this myself.
Yeah, but if
and
there
see
wasn't music playing, then you would just be hearing people like milling around and talking and like,
Yeah.
I told so and so to bring
and getting selfies.
Where are we going to dinner?
Yeah, you know.
Tommy, put that toy down. That's
What-
not a toy.
What I have found is that when it comes to art like Van Gogh, I have stood in a couple of museums and looked at his artwork, or galleries, I should say. I like it better with a really big coffee table book when it comes to my favorite painters. Because even with Van Gogh, there's the fact that it's thick. You know, when you're there standing in front of it, you can see that the paint is built up. You can't really see that in the book. But the book, I can sit and look at a painting for an hour straight without somebody getting annoyed that I'm standing in front of a painting. I'm always so aware of the fact that somebody else wants to stand here and look at this thing that I can never really enjoy it. It's
you
too
could
much.
Take a selfie with it next time you're in New York City.
Oh, well, that'd be great.
Yeah.
This would be a magnetic selfie
Yeah.
for me. All right, let's do this.
It's time for studies, surveys, and polls on the von Hessler Doctrine.
Woo! Yeah, funky surveys, studies, and polls. All right, what you got?
Got a poll for you. CBS News.
Well, all right. Jeez, I've been asked. I've been wooed with a little more gentleness in the past, but okay, present your poll.
That's a big CBS News poll combined
Present
with
your poll, sir.
combined with YouGov, so you know it's
it's good.
It's got a lot of information.
Sure.
A majority of voters approve of Trump's transition, despite what a lot of people on MSNBC.
He's transitioning?
Yes,
Yeah,
you're
he
gonna
is.
call me Donna.
Wow. So brave.
59% approve of
Well,
your
that's just it's really another. We were talking about this last week, where the media just doesn't know how to pivot away from he's going to destroy democracy. When after they see that, now you see things are like, well, his majority is the slimmest popular vote majority. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? This guy was supposed to be by the opposition party. He's supposed to be going to prison now.
Yes.
And, he won nearly every county in the country, except for what? What did we see that day? Except for 500. She won 500-something counties. He won like 2,400 counties in the country. And the media doesn't know yet how to respond, because you see a lot of stories that they're trying, like with every member of the cabinet, it's like pre-election again. Oh, people don't like this person, and this person is strange, and that person. Remember, J.D. Vance is going to be your next vice president. Remember,
Weird.
he was weird. He was weird. So, and I said it the other day. It's like all of these cases that were against him and everything. It's as if the American people were the jury, and they judged him not guilty on all that stuff. And I said this the other day. It's like the prosecutor, as the jury's leaving the courtroom, is still yelling, "He's Hitler!" Did you not notice that we already rendered our judgment here? Did you? Yeah. But he's, and that's how a lot of this stuff is, where it's like, oh wow, so now you're going to turn the country against him and his cabinet. People, look, he's going to get things right or wrong, or he may be great in the next 4 years. He may be terrible in the next 4 years. It hasn't started yet. We don't know. But the media can't seem to understand that that's why he was elected. He was elected to not do things the way everybody else would. We're not all comfortable with careerists going from government into the private sector, back from the private sector, and he's got some of those in there as well. Actually, I read a great article. In a weird way, he has one of the most liberal cabinets and more diverse cabinets than anyone else. I mean, we got our first gay Secretary of the Treasury, right? Out of this,
so?
I believe.
I'll double check.
He won't get credit for it, but I believe that this guy would be the first. He's got a husband, adopted kids, the whole deal. But because he's a Republican, that won't be deemed as anything special.
Turkey, stuffing, and $100?
Now that's a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving Day is Turkey Day payday.
Listen every hour between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. for the keyword.
You could win a $100 gift card to Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
And you'll have the entire hour to enter the keyword
On the WSB app.
or WSBRadio.com.
From the station that's thankful for you.
95.5 WSB. Details at WSBRadio.com.
We weren't planning on selling our home, but our family's needs changed. I'm Caitlin, and selling our home with a guaranteed offer from Marks Bain Real Estate was the best decision we made for our family. With over 11,000 five-star reviews, I had peace of mind knowing I could trust Marks Bain Real Estate to sell our home fast and for more than we were asking. If you're preparing to move, check out Marks Bain Real Estate's guaranteed offer. Go to marksbain.com and see what their guaranteed offer would be on your home. There's no obligation. That's marksbain.com and start packing.
City of Hope. We're more than just a top-ranked cancer hospital. For over 100 years, we've been making breakthroughs, pushing the limits of what's possible, targeting cancer at the molecular level, pioneering treatments used worldwide. At City of Hope, your entire cancer-fighting team is bound together by a single mission: to cure your cancer. And now City of Hope is closer than ever, providing patients in Metro Atlanta the cancer care they deserve. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Hey, it's Ashley Frasca from the traffic team. And you know, when I report traffic every morning, I hear from people that are jammed up. They are bumper to bumper, and there's not enough room to move on the Atlanta roads. You know that. So let me ask you, is the storage at your business like that? Do you feel like you've outgrown your space? Shipping Containers for You has the perfect solution. Shipping Containers for You has 40-foot and 20-foot containers that can be delivered to you within days. Go to shippingcontainersforyou.com. Find the shipping container that you need for your home or business and have it delivered within days.
If I said to focus your energy, where would you start? Let's say you run a business, a school campus, a hospital, or a government facility. Finding ways to save can be overwhelming, but Georgia Power has energy efficiency tips and rebates to help. Things like improving lighting with LEDs, making HVAC upgrades, adding building controls, and more. Look, you've got a business to run and numbers to hit. Georgia Power can help you focus your energy where it matters most. Learn more at georgiapower.com/biz.
For many of you, it's happening. Your hair's thinning, your crown's disappearing, and maybe hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. Well, I got good news. It's Advanced Hair's incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's Mark Aaron back with you. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and I've seen their results, friends. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
I was.
What were you gonna say, Eric?
It wasn't that bad. Just as it's apropos to nothing on the air. We were talking about football. Let's say the difference between like the Jim Harbaughs, because it's the Harbaugh Bowl tonight. The brothers, Baltimore Ravens,
And
John
the Chargers.
Harbaugh versus the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh. And I was just going to say that the difference between coaches like Jim Harbaugh and John Harbaugh, pretty good coaches and stuff, and Andy Reid, the Kansas City Chiefs coaches. Andy Reid has no. I think that if you're going to be involved in sports, this is the best kind of demeanor to have, but it's the most difficult one. We're just like nonplussed the whole time. Just you never see Andy Reid yelling at, tearing his, throwing something as. It's just we're winning. We're okay. All right, we have this. Okay, well, what are our options? All right, well, let's go with those options. We got Patrick. He's pretty good. Let's put the ball in his hands. It just doesn't matter. You just never see him pounding his fist or anything. Because once you're emotional, you may be very good at what you do, but your emotions can carry you in the wrong direction. The guy who's the coach for Detroit Lions, fantastic, Dan Campbell, what he's done with that franchise. They have the best record right now at this point in the season since like the 1930s. So he's certainly doing the job, but in big games so far, sometimes his emotional stuff kind of gets in the way.
Oh, he gets so red.
He gets red. They go for a 4th and 3 where they really should take the 3 points, things like that. So it's apropos to nothing because it was a conversation we were having off the air. But if you want to know, that's what I was going to say. Now,
I can tell you this, as a Falcons fan, it was nice to have the week off because you don't lose during a bye week. So that's great.
You cannot lose.
It's a good feeling. So I'm like,
There's always next
lose.
week.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be at the game here in Atlanta against the Chargers. So
Next
I'm,
week?
Yes.
I'll be at the game because both my teams, the Bills and the Falcons, had the week off. So I will be at the Bills game next week.
Ooh.
And Matt, can I just ask, since I'm flying and going through all of this on Thanksgiving weekend, it's probably going to be a big pain in the ass. It would be really great if the same 49ers who played yesterday show up in Buffalo, because I don't want to go all that way and have them lose. And I don't know, is Brock Purdy going to be back? They looked pretty awful.
Probably not.
They looked pretty awful yesterday without him. Anyway, that's enough. This is not a sports show. This is a studies, surveys, and polls show.
That's
the
right.
poll show.
Poll show. It's the poll show.
Well, I have another poll.
That's Wednesday night at my house.
That's
Holiday
what I heard.
season
You never invite.
truly kicks off.
Well, I have another poll from Talker Research this time. Are you ready?
Talker?
Talker Research.
I thought you said Tucker. I thought maybe Tucker Carlson had
Not
gotten
Tuck-
into the game.
Not Tucker Research.
I was watching him the other day on something.
That laugh, man.
That laugh. Like Gomer Pyle.
He needs more joy in his life. That's what it is. He needs more joy. That's why when
There's
he
plenty. He laughs like a hyena.
He's got, I can't, we'd have to find it. I can't even.
It's like a.
There
Yes.
you go.
Pretty good.
It's like a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs kind of thing. If anybody remembers that advertising.
I do.
You do. I know. You and I. We're there together.
Yeah.
I know it.
You don't remember
How do
Cuckoo
you
for
know?
Cocoa Puffs?
I said I do know it.
Oh, I thought you said you don't know.
I know it.
I don't
That's
know.
what I said. Just made sounds.
I
know.
me no, I don't.
I know it's the sound of cuckoo.
All right, let's try to get another one in here.
From Talker Research, their poll has found that 1 in 4 people are still carrying weight from the holidays last year into this year.
Well, this is what happens.
Basically,
folks.
you're fat.
This is what happens. I remember on my 40th birthday or so, thereabouts, I got the physical. And what my doctor told me then was, to me, this is absolutely correct. Here's the problem. So you're 40 years old, and what happened? Oh, I put on 5 pounds last year. Well, that's not so bad. But he said if you don't watch it, you put on 5 more pounds every year. 5 more, 5 more, 5 more. And now we can just talk about just sort of doubling down on the holiday weight. You know, and the LA Fitnesses of the world love it. Because then in January, everybody.
Oh, it's the worst.
Hey, well, you're
hate
gonna
it.
have to get a 3-year subscription. You want to get in now, you have to get a 3-year sort of thing, and then they get them. And these people are very adamant until about mid-February or something. And the LA Fitness is great. We got your money. You're not here to get in the way of the people who actually want to get something done. It's it's almost thievery.
Right after Valentine's Day, it's perfect. It was people work out.
I got
until,
myself in shape to get a date for Valentine's Day. Now,
and then after it's great, but if
I
you
can
try
let
to-
it go.
But January, it's so annoying going there.
Well, I don't go to
Or any kind of gym.
gymnasiums of any kind.
You don't like to go in the sauna, hang out with the other guys?
I don't do. I did it for a while when I was.
Aren't you Eric from the Von Hessler Doctrine? Nice towel.
Where's Steve? I did that for a very brief period of my life in my early 20s. I went to a gym, and it was full of these sort of like screamers. A lot of that. And I actually did get in the sauna and all that. And after a while, I was like, hey.
Well, the small talk in the
Can't
sauna
I just
is weird.
walk?
It's
Can't I just
weird.
walk around the neighborhood and, I don't want to talk to
You don't
strangers.
do that either, though. What
Yeah, I was
about
gonna
the
say
dead
you
body?
don't do that.
Huh?
You think people
You're worried
think
about the
you're a
dead
murderer.
body.
Well, I eventually got successful enough to afford a treadmill.
Okay.
I could do it. I can walk all over the world without leaving my basement. Thank you. And that's enlightenment.
It is.
I think was the Buddhists say, without leaving your garden, you can see the ways of heaven. Huh? Is that heavy?
That's deep.
That's what I'm thankful for.
I like how is that how they ended their quote? Ah?
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
MSC Cruises Black Friday preview sale is here. For a limited time, book now with up to 35% off cruises, drinks and Wi-Fi included, plus up to $400 onboard credit. Sail to the turquoise waters of the Bahamas with stops at Ocean Key, MSC's private island marine reserve, or experience the beauty of the Caribbean and more destinations. MSC Cruises, for a greater beauty. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Georgia Spa Company. Our top local story, a 17-year-old mother is facing charges in the death of her baby in Marietta.
Investigators say Leticia Rodriguez is facing several felony charges, including concealing a death and abuse of a dead body. Officer Chuck McPhillamy says the medical examiner will now determine the child's exact age and whether he died during birth or was killed after.
Once we have that information, then we can look at, is it appropriate to charge additional
things or not.
Rodriguez is currently being treated at Kennestone Hospital.
Once she is released or discharged from the hospital, she will be booked into the jail and held without bond.
In Marietta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
71 degrees in Atlanta. When does the rain arrive? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A man gets life in prison for the murder of his girlfriend in Mableton, where he sexually abused her daughters. Here's a report all new at 4 o'clock.
He was probably within hours of getting over into Mexico.
Cobb County District Attorney Flynn Brody's hat is off to the Cobb Sheriff's Fugitive Task Force for tracking Hugo Pacheco to Texas, and to the assistant DAs who laid out such a tough case. Pacheco pleaded guilty as they began to lay it out for the jury.
He saw the writing on the wall.
Brody believes Yuridiana Villarobos was shot to death when she confronted Pacheco after one of her daughters revealed his abuse.
And unfortunately, in doing so, she lost her own life and the innocence of her two daughters.
The DA tells me the three girls now live with their brother in Florida. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Special counsel Jack Smith is asking a federal judge to dismiss the election meddling case against President-elect Trump. CBS News Washington correspondent Scott McFarland reports the case was doomed after Trump won the election.
This historic case against Donald Trump for allegations he tried to conspire to overturn an election and with ties to that horrific attack on the Capitol January 6th. That case is dying with a whimper today. A six-page narrow filing from the special counsel saying can't charge a president or try a president for a crime when he is the president. In the words of Jack Smith, it's an undue burden on a future President Trump.
It is not clear if this decision will have any bearing on the election interference case here in Georgia. This just in, the Menendez brothers will remain behind bars for now. Eric and Lyle Menendez made their first court appearance in decades virtually in Los Angeles today in a bid for freedom. They are serving life sentences for the 1989 murders of their parents in Beverly Hills. The L.A. County DA recently recommended they be resentenced based on new evidence showing they were sexually abused by their father for years, but the newly elected DA says he needs more time to study the case, and a new resentencing hearing is set for late January. A Georgia couple is accused of stealing horses in an elaborate interstate theft case.
The man and wife from Waycross would use fake names and fraudulent checks to buy horses in Arkansas, then bring them back here to Georgia and quickly sell them in South Carolina. I asked Harlan Prevost, chief of law enforcement at the Georgia Department of Agriculture, how many horses were stolen.
There were 3 horses in the ones that on this case that we made. How many total? We don't know yet.
He says they are seeing more and more livestock theft, and Georgia is commonly being used as a stopping point for these types of schemes. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Expect a lot of traffic on the roads the next few days ahead of Thanksgiving. Brian Ortner with AAA has some advice on the best time to hit the road.
Rush hour traffic on those days before the holiday between 1 and 7 p.m. are probably your worst travel times. If you can get on the road in the morning, going to be to your advantage.
He says many Thanksgiving travelers will take an extra day and return next Monday, December 2nd. The Atlanta Hawks will remember the life and legacy of a Hall of Famer tonight.
Dikembe Mutombo passed away on September 30th after a battle with brain cancer. He played for the Hawks from 1996 to 2001 and holds the second most blocks in NBA history. To honor him, the team will wear shirts during pregame featuring his iconic no finger wag taunt that he would use after a block. They're also unveiling a new court decal in his honor. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 4:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. And triple team traffic starts now with Ashley Frasca.
Well, Bill, we are working the phones with the Georgia Department of Transportation to see why the downtown connector is shut down in both directions at the moment, 75, 85 north and southbound. All of this occurring just north of I-20, so it is quickly getting slow as you head north up from 166 Langford Parkway, and southbound was already a jam before the Brookwood merge between 75 and 85, so we'll have details on that. Getting a lot slower in Sandy Springs on 285 westbound, headed home into Cobb County, and 285 south down from South Cobb Drive, and you got a crowd through Spaghetti Junction, 285 east and southbound on and off the brakes from about Buford Highway down to Highway 78. And take us into Gwinnett County, Sydney Darden, and the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center.
Yeah, kind of a similar story. Spaghetti Junction jammed up in all directions per usual. Once you get off 85 northbound, you're going to stay on and off those brakes on 75 northbound past Jimmy Carter Boulevard on through near Steve Reynolds roads throughout the rest of Gwinnett County. On the opposite side of that, it is going to be a little slow from Jimmy Carter Boulevard going southbound until you hit Spaghetti Junction. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Increasing cloud cover this evening as a cold front approaches North Georgia. It'll push rain showers into the metro region during the early Tuesday morning commute, then drying out in the afternoon, high 62. Chilly on Wednesday morning, lows in the upper 30s to low 40s.
Right now, 71 in Stone Mountain, 72 in Peachtree City, and 69 in Woodstock. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Oh, is that...
That's Tucker Carlson laughing.
Now give me Biden's laugh from today when he was pardoning the... he actually, Tucker sounds like a turkey that Biden is pardoning. So hit him first. So that's the turkey. Then you're pardoned. It's my new. I decided a new YouTube channel I'm going to start. It's the day's news stories and 2 laughs. I'll use 2 laughs every day to encapsulate the 24-hour news machine. I want to bring up this Matt Gaetz thing. I know we're in the middle of study surveys and polls. We got more of those, but we do have to divert for this for a moment. So Matt Gaetz, what a roller coaster ride. So he was last year he got McCarthy out, and he was nominated by Trump to be the Secretary of Defense. Was it?
It was Attorney General.
Was it Attorney General?
Yes.
Which one was
AG.
it? Okay, AG. So that's right, State Department. So Department of Justice. Let me get it right. All right. So then, now here's the deal. Then he resigns his seat from Congress. So it's like, okay, you're cutting that off. And then all the stories start coming out about this ethics committee report that is surely going to get out. Even if it doesn't get out, it's going to get leaked. And there appears to be maybe some damaging stuff in there about, underage people from going. I don't want to go too deep in it because maybe it's wrong. Because the Department of Justice looked into this stuff for like a year, and they hate this guy and they wanted to get him, and they never charged him with anything. But still, in a report, your career can still be ruined just by the insinuations that come out of the report. So because of all that, then one day he resigns his seat in Congress, and then like 3 or 4 days later, he withdraws his name as the nominee for Department of Justice. And now, apparently, for $550, you can get Matt Gaetz to record a cameo for you.
Yes, you can.
And it's just weird. It's difficult being a pundit these days to try to assess what's going on. Some things are just surreal that are going on. Although I will say this, I've been saying for a while, I think that these, like the Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, AOCs of the world, I think in the new social media climate, getting a seat in Congress is not the end game. It's the platform from which you up your social branding. So AOC, if she was to leave tomorrow, if she was to lose her next election, she end up on some liberal news channel, either with her own show or a paid contributor or something like that. It's all about your brand going up. So I guess Matt Gaetz can look at his career up to this point that he's entering the cameo market at the $550 level. Not a bad level.
Taking a note out of the George Santos book there by going straight to cameo.
A little more than Autumn and Tim were able to
That's
get.
$510 more than some people I know charge.
It's a little different.
So do we have an example? He puts examples up so you can know. And the weird thing about cameos, it's a weird thing where somebody that you just want somebody you like to acknowledge that you exist on the planet, so you pay for it. And it's always about, someone's turning 40, this is, and so you have to personalize them as if you know these people when you don't. I would imagine Matt Gaetz is doing this for $550. Let's hear it a little bit.
Hey, Jack and Grace, congratulations on getting married. Grace is indeed so lucky. Maybe we can all get drinks in Florida afterwards. Kidding, but honestly, sounds fun. Sound like a fun group. Hey.
Sounds like a fun group.
Kidding.
Hey, sounds well like Grace. I never thought she'd actually settle down, huh? Boy.
He usually starts them all with that sort of thing, and it's very brief, and then it gets into the whole "thank you for supporting MAGA."
Ultimately, it ends up being a commercial for MAGA. But
Either way, though, after I paid $500 for that, I would be.
Well, the first thing you get is like, "Hey, Grace, you're settling down. Hey, you seem like a fun bunch."
He could at least put a Trump filter on his face, like some people I know on Cameo do.
Yeah, I mean, I can't talk about it, but there's some people on there that actually do that.
Yeah.
They're very entertaining, too.
Customize it and go the extra length.
I'd tell people to look at it if they look for it if I could.
They'll find it.
Like, okay, I guess they.
Yeah, there's some people out there that get really personal and
Yeah.
interested in your life and want to talk to you.
Maybe remove articles of clothing. I don't know.
No.
No. Okay.
That's OnlyFans.
Okay. That's
No, I've had that request and I have denied it.
What a surprise!
Yeah,
Are you
shocking.
telling me that men did that? Get out of here! I never heard such a thing.
You remind me of my daughter.
Can I see your feet?
Exactly.
Come on, Autumn. You wouldn't. There wouldn't be a price point for feet pics.
Of course, feet is different.
Yeah,
than,
feet is different than
Okay,
than me crying
figured
and
that's-
taking my shirt off.
like the final
How
scene.
much- how
like
much
the
for
final
that?
scene from
Yeah, that's right. I'll pay more for that.
Fame.
Yeah.
Irene Cara, as I recall.
What happened to her?
It's supposed to be such a fun movie, and it just ends with this horrible.
Yeah, that is a terrible
Just
scene.
like it's just everybody's it's like supposed to be joyful. You go in, and then it ends with this girl just being totally exploited and crying. And okay, all right. I guess you shouldn't pursue fame. That was the lesson of the film Fame. I think.
Yeah,
Don't
it was the
pursue.
price for fame.
Was it a musical? By the way, you beat the crap out of me this week. I said that I thought Gladiator 2, which did well at $55 million, couldn't touch old Wicked at $121 million.
Yeah, Wicked's a good movie. I mean, whether you like the story or not. I mean, or whether you like.
Well, no, if you don't like the story, you're probably not going to like the movie.
I know. I
hated the story, but the movie was great.
I think whether you saw the play or didn't see the play, the way they presented.
Well, I never saw the play West Side Story. It was always a movie to me, so you don't have to see the play.
But the director could have been like 100%. I think it's his last name's Chu. The director.
I have no idea.
He could have made it very similar to the play, but he did a great job of presenting it so that way if you didn't see the play, you
but
could
that's
follow
all
along.
movies. That's all movies that are
Good
based.
movies.
Well, right. I mean, all movies that are based on plays, you don't walk out going, I never saw that play, but I feel like there were some missing elements.
I didn't know
maybe we
what
should
was
go
going
watch
on.
that.
I guess I need to see the play.
We need to see the play now.
I don't know. There's some
You
bad
could have
movies
stayed
out
home
there.
and watched Megalopolis.
Yeah. Well, this is
yeah.
Tim is taunting me and George Clark.
Did you
I
see
haven't
it?
seen Megalopolis. He watched the third of it. He hated
No,
it.
I
He
watched
turned it off.
2/3 of it.
On his phone.
And I couldn't. No, I ended up watching it on TV.
I was gonna say.
And wasted $20 to watch it on the TV.
I don't
You didn't
care.
use my trick? Use that.
I started it that way, but I
gotcha.
decided this needs to be watched where it's visual. And it needs to be watched where you can see it.
I'm all in on the experience of what Megalopolis will be, and I'll be honest when I tell people.
Drink a bottle of vodka first.
I don't need a bottle of vodka.
Then you'll be able to keep up with it.
But I like that. Well, you're saying it's weird.
No, it's not weird.
You're saying it's very easy to understand. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's your.
It
good.
starts off like a dream, and I'm digging it, and then I'm like, oh, God.
So now you have not watched it to the end where everything could have made sense ultimately, but.
Me and Tim were texting while Tim was watching the film, and I started it up again because he reminded me, and I was into it. But maybe you're right. Maybe it's just the first 20 minutes. I'll go back and watch the second time, and
very
maybe I'll
beautiful
hate it.
visually.
But I think it's an awesome movie.
Well, I have not rendered my judgment yet, and as you know, no judgment has been rendered until Von Hessler steps in. I'll let you know whether it's a good movie or not.
It's misunderstood like The Godfather was when it came out.
Yeah, well, that's they say The Godfather wasn't themed that great when it came out. I don't remember that.
But people
I was
don't
a kid.
people don't remember that it came out shortly after the book, so there was a lot of hype. Everybody wanted to know who's directing it,
Right.
who was going to be in it.
Yeah. Well, look, this guy. Listen, hey, if it's a bad movie, all right, the director paid for it. It was $120 million.
It's true. It came out of his pocket.
You don't need to kick him in the head.
It's better than Jack.
And that didn't cost him a dime.
No.
Now, one thing you forgot to bring up there, Eric, is we had a bet last week about Wicked and Gladiator 2.
Yeah, and I said one of us is going to lose the job.
Yes, if
I
they were
didn't say
incorrect.
why. It turns out the winner loses their job.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
So,
Play back the tape.
That's
No,
how
I
remember
didn't.
it.
I said one of us loses our job.
Okay, I'll
That's
listen back to the
exactly how I
tape.
put it. There is no tape. It's 2024.
Play back
zeros and ones.
the recorded MP3 file.
Thank you. Ashley Frasca says there's police activity shutting down the connector.
And Eric, this is the reddest of red alerts in the heart of the city on the downtown connector. Police activity has it shut down in both directions, 75-85 northbound and southbound just north of I-20. It is best to use those alternate routes. Start thinking about Metropolitan Parkway, Northside Drive, Peachtree Street, and even Moreland Avenue. If you want to give the city a wide berth, that would be a wise idea as well. Things looking pretty good on 285 on both sides of town, certainly. And also, what's not looking good, that holiday volume beginning on the south side. Veronica Rell.
On the south side, you're dealing with holiday volume. 75 northbound packs in around Bill Gardner Parkway. You stay on the brakes to Jodical Road. And then over on 75 southbound, looking at brake lights starting back around Highway 138. The opposite side of 75, you're going to like it better. Overall, not so bad. Going to call it sluggish. 75 northbound, you travel through the 120 loops, making your way over in Ackworth. And a few brake lights, 575 northbound into Woodstock. This report brought to you by Georgia Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities. Don't take chances if a drug didn't come from a pharmacy. Don't take it until you test it, because fentanyl can be hiding anywhere. Brought to you by the Georgia Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
In Atlanta, there is always something happening.
Trouble on the shoulder, you'll see some flashing lights.
The Triple Team Traffic Center has you covered.
You are slowing and going in that all the way down to I-20.
Helping you on your commute. Brought to you by the Cool Ray Lifetime Parts and Labor Warranty.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
If you have COPD, here are some reasons to go see your pulmonologist again. 1. Those flare-ups you keep having, they have the chance to cause permanent lung damage. 2. We now know a certain type of inflammation can cause flare-ups for some people. And 3.
When can I see Grandma?
Need more reasons? Visit www.livewithcopd.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
With tons of great options to fit every household, choosing Scana Energy as my family's natural gas provider was as easy as pie. Which brings me to a much harder choice. Which of Mama Bear's homemade pies should I try? Pumpkin, pecan, or freshly baked sweet potato? Might have to try a bite of each and then decide. Sign up with Scana today and save up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/warm for details. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Hey, it's Mark Aram here with an amazing way to make this a stress-free holiday season. Heat and serve traditional feasts from my friends at Publix. Order now and make your holiday gathering one to remember. Check out the turkey dinner. It includes a fully cooked turkey, old-fashioned cornbread dressing, delicious home-style Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, cranberry orange relish, marshmallow delight, and no Thanksgiving is complete without delicious home-style gravy. Just make sure you order these items in advance. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, what's all this I hear about season's free things?
Yeah, we're giving away even more than usual this season.
Free alignment with any Ford tire purchase isn't seasonal, Mike. It's free every day at Tire Discounters.
Sure, but right now, guess what else happens every day?
I know that customers can save up to $529 on Goodyear and Cooper tires.
Absolutely. Now guess what else?
Mike, I'm a Phantom tire buyer with a secret identity. Please don't toy with me.
Okay, here's the deal.
Yes?
We're doing these drawings.
Like a game show.
And one lucky customer per day wins all their money back for 4 tires.
Spectacular! spectacular! But why call it Seasons Free Things?
You know, season's greetings. It's like a play on words.
Yes, of course it is. I knew that. It's Seasons Free Things at Tire Discounters. One lucky customer per day wins their money back on tires. Everyone saves big on major brands. And a free alignment and oil change comes with every 4-tire purchase.
Jared tells me that his friends are texting him about Wicked and how it's the way the world would have been if Kamala would have won. I don't know how in the world that, but it's supposed to be totally progressive. But here's the thing.
But it's not.
Why is it? Well, you say it's not because ultimately Oz is a very messed up place.
Very twisted place.
But what I find interesting is that they're, I guess because you're young, you don't know. Just sort of like, oh my goodness, this is so
progressive.
LGBTIA plus. Did I get them all?
QIA plus.
QIA plus.
Alphabet. Alphabet people.
The alphabets.
Yeah.
Why would you be surprised that Wicked is gay friendly? Judy Garland was in the first one. It seems to me that it really shouldn't be that the idea that it's friendly. But what you're saying is you don't think people are getting an understanding. Now, first of all, you've seen the whole play, and some people may only saw part one. This movie is only part one.
Correct.
So what you're talking about may come down more and be more obvious in the second part.
It'll definitely become more obvious.
Right,
You just find out how, without spoiling.
Don't spoil it.
I mean, just think about how Wizard of Oz is. Like, it's just, it's full of mystery, and it's full of a lot of...
you got talking scarecrows?
Yeah, just a lot of...
You could have gone home from the very beginning. Remember the whole ending is like you could have left the whole time.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You're not even really
I
here.
didn't tell you the secret of your shoes.
So the whole idea, though, of there being a backstory means that this was a real place, which it wasn't. It was a dream.
Yes, in Dorothy's case, but...
No, hold on. So I'm not going to bang on the premise too much, but just a little bit. It doesn't, if the movie's great and the play is great and people enjoy it, they enjoy it. But I'm saying, as far as the premise goes, it's not a real place that has a backstory any more than any place you've been in your dreams has a any weird place you've been in your dreams that you've never actually been to in your real life has a backstory. So it's the premise is a little faulty there.
It is explained, which I don't want to spoil. So it is explained.
Do they get into the dreams of certain kids? Is that what happens? Are
yes,
they
they're
dream weavers?
Dream weavers, dream eaters, you name it. They're getting all involved. Yeah, that part is explained.
shows up.
All right, you got more studies, surveys, and polls?
I do. Apparently, human exclamations of pain are similar across the world, new study reveals.
Everybody knows the F word.
It's a cathartic sound, right?
Ah! Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does everybody start talking to no one like I do when I stub my toe?
I do.
Oh, yeah, very nice. Good, of course, because the bed's there all the time. Why would I know that? Why would I know not to put my foot there with no shoe on?
I know that conversation. I know
that conversation all the time.
You're such an idiot. Why would you do that? You're smarter than that. You know it's there. Oh, I'm so mean to myself.
You know what I do? Because I'm trying not to do that anymore. I'm trying not to get angry about things. So when things are just messing up, it should be a simple thing, but somehow it just messes up. Maybe you're just making the bed, but then you knock over a glass of water, and the water's all over the place, and the glass breaks. And it's one of those situations. It used to drive me crazy. I'd get all angry. Now, I just start like humming a song that I like, and I pretend that I'm having like toxic positivity. I was like, I knock the thing over, it breaks. Now I'll be like, tra la la boom da, while I'm doing the rest. Tra la la boom da.
Smash cut to you like murdering someone and humming to yourself. You'll never cut me off again. I'm just cutting off your head.
I just don't. I don't know. I feel so dumb. I'm just having a conversation with the universe at that point.
Well, especially
when
it's...
yeah, very nice. Of course this has to happen now because it's me.
Well, when you run into something so obvious, too, like running into like the island in the kitchen or something like that, or the table or something.
Of course.
This has been here since I've lived here. Yeah. Why would I run into this
I hit
now?
my elbow on the bathroom barn door at least once a week. The handle.
And you do that, there you go. Well, only really smart people would do that.
Yeah.
Like me.
Yeah.
I'm being sarcastic to no one.
That's where that Hot Wheels car goes, right there in the middle of the living room.
Perfect place.
I can't think of a better place.
Well, it's nice to know, though, that across the world, people have the same kind of interjections and they have the same kind of pain words, basically. Like, ouch!
Ouch. Do they
Ouch
know
is very common.
Ouch is an
Yes.
English word. Come on.
It is, but there's
not saying that in Saudi Arabia.
Ouch.
That's Austria. Oh. Ashley Frasca says there's a red alert on the downtown connector.
And not just impacting your ride through the heart of the city in one direction, it is both. Police activity has downtown connector 7585 north and southbound shut down at the moment. All of the activity happening just north of I-20. That's also going to impact the ramps coming off of I-20, both east and west. You'll need to use your alternate routes right there immediately in the downtown area. You can use Northside Drive, Metropolitan Parkway, even Peachtree and Moreland. And in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Sydney Darden monitoring 285 as an alternate route.
Yeah, over on the west side, it's a little slow, 285 southbound from Vinings all the way to I-20. But the good news is on the opposite side, if you're leaving downtown, I-285 northbound, you're not going to be hitting too many brake lights. Over on the east side, a similar story, 285 northbound and southbound, just a little bit of light brake tapping. Traffic brought to you by Publix. Let Publix make the holidays stress-free with the Publix holiday meals. Just heat and serve for a traditional feast. Advanced ordering is required. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Do you know the secret to losing fat permanently? Hi, I'm Dr. Taylor from Be the Younger You Atlanta, and I know the secret. Our anti-aging program makes it easy to lose weight, regain your health, and for many of our patients, reduce or even come off their medications, all without drugs, surgery, prepackaged meals, or injections. No counting points or calories. And you feel great while losing it because if you're doing it the right way, you should feel great.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter. The Be the Younger You, ATL.com weight loss program is the best ever because it really works. You lose the weight and the weight stays off, just like it has done for me. Stick to the program and you will look and feel much, much better. Go to BeTheYoungerYouATL.com right now or call 770-415-3000.
Call us now to schedule your free consultation and take advantage of our 20% off fall special. Call 770-415-3000 or go to BeTheYoungerYouATL.com. That's BeTheYoungerYouATL.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Aram here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with the team that's redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
You need to replace all your windows, but some can't wait.
Start small with a single window or one room, and your window price will be locked in. Hi, it's Ted and Jonathan from North Georgia Replacement Windows.
Our fiberglass windows are beautiful, not big and bulky like vinyl composite windows.
Your detailed window and door installation will be quick, clean, and hassle-free.
Window shopping made simple with 0% interest available.
Infinity from Marvin. Replacement windows, yeah!
Skip the hassle and sell your home with the strongest cash offer this fall. The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. It's Eric Erickson, and with the guaranteed offer, you can skip the uncertainty, sell your home fast for all cash in as little as 21 days. Mark Spain Real Estate's been serving families for nearly 30 years and has helped over 58,000 satisfied clients. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com and find out what your guaranteed offer would be and start packing.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top story, case dismissed. Special counsel Jack Smith moves to dismiss President-elect Trump's election interference case.
Donald Trump was accused of conspiring to overturn the results of the 2020 election he lost to President Biden and mishandling classified documents after leaving the White House. But neither case ever came to trial. And says legal analyst Laurie Levinson,
no one should expect that we're going to have any type of trial against Donald Trump for the next 4 years while he's the president. Because in our country, according to the Justice Department and the Office of Legal Counsel, a sitting president cannot stand trial on criminal charges.
Matt Piper, CBS News.
It now goes back to the D.C. federal judge who's overseen the case for the last 16 months to decide whether to accept the dismissal. It is not clear what impact this will have on the Trump case here in Georgia. 70 degrees in Atlanta. How much rain on the way tonight? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A teen mother in Cobb County is facing charges after her baby is found dead in Marietta. Officer Chuck McPhillamy with Marietta Police says a family member called 911 when he saw the 17-year-old digging a hole in the backyard after giving birth.
The family has been cooperating with us through this entire investigation. Our hearts go out to them. We can't imagine what they are going through, knowing now that there is a deceased infant as well as the charges that one of their loved ones are facing.
Leticia Rodriguez is facing several felony charges, including concealing a death and abuse of a dead body. The medical examiner is now working to determine the child's exact age and specific cause of death, which could lead to more charges. Before you hit the road for Thanksgiving, remember some important safety precautions.
Join the click. That's the message from state officials like Alan Poole, director of the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, as the Thanksgiving travel period gets into full swing.
Our goal this year and every year is to make sure no one is killed in a traffic crash. Please help us reach the goal by driving safe, alert, sober, and buckle up.
Last year, 23 people were killed on the state's roads during the Thanksgiving holiday. State troopers will also be out in full force over the next several days. In Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
The TSA is ready for what could be the busiest Thanksgiving travel period on record. TSA Administrator David Pekoski says airline passenger volume is already at a record high this year.
All 10 of our top busiest days in our 23 years have occurred since the 24th of May of this year.
TSA expects to screen 18.3 million airline passengers between tomorrow and next Monday, a 6% increase over the same period last year. As we head into the holidays, a warning about walking pneumonia.
The State Department of Public Health says they are aware of cases here in Georgia, but we don't have specific surveillance of so-called walking pneumonia, so it's hard to know exactly how many cases are out there. Dr. Perla Soni on the symptoms.
You may have a little bit of fever for a day or two, but it's the persistent cough, maybe a little bit of sore throat.
The best advice, good respiratory hygiene, washing your hands frequently with soap and water, and staying home if you're sick. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia is flush with cash as the state winds down the year with nearly $16.5 billion in reserves. Danny Canso with the Georgia Budget and Policy Institute says it puts state lawmakers in a good position to start investing in long-term goals.
We're now, for 4 consecutive years, we've seen these multi-billion-dollar surpluses, and the state has been really hesitant to spend those down.
Canso says they are encouraging more family-friendly tax relief and programs like a child care trust fund. President Biden continues the White House tradition, pardoning 2 turkeys today, Peach and Blossom.
Peach Blossom flower also symbolizes resilience, which is quite frankly fitting for today.
They are named after the Delaware state flower. Peach and Blossom will now head back to Minnesota to live out the remainder of their lives at an agricultural facility. It is now 4:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And triple team traffic starts now with Ashley Frasca.
And Bill, everything pales in comparison to the situation in downtown Atlanta. Without confirmation from Atlanta police, we're just telling you the downtown connector is shut down with police activity in both directions, 75, 85 north and southbound, and I-20 ramps are blocked as well trying to get into downtown. I-20 westbound is going to be gridlocked beginning before Moreland Avenue, and 85 south is now slow back at Georgia 400, gridlocked there. Connector north from 166. Alternate routes right around the city are going to crowd up, but North Side Drive, Metropolitan Parkway, Peachtree, even Moreland Avenue. And checking 285 is a viable alternate in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center. Veronica Ralph.
Yeah, well, if you're going to use that southeast perimeter, maybe something new pumping, 285 eastbound right around Flat Shoals Road, exit 48. Get past all of that. Overall, not so bad. 285 east and southbound. That packs in from Georgia 400 down to around Highway 78. And authorities are looking for a stoned motorist, 285 southbound right around South Cobb Drive, exit 15, the left lane. And don't forget about those traffic lights over in Toco Hills. You have them on North Druid at Claremont. The traffic lights are out. Please treat the intersection as a four-way stop. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Increasing cloud cover this evening as a cold front approaches North Georgia, bringing rain showers for Tuesday morning, drying out Tuesday afternoon, turning breezy, high 62. Wednesday, partly cloudy, morning low 43, afternoon high 64.
71 in Marietta, 70 in Monroe, 72 in Riverdale. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Make the most of your holidays with the Kroger app. You can enjoy over $600 in digital coupons every week. Get access to low prices and earn fuel points to save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. The Kroger app makes it easy to save this holiday season. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or Canada Dry. Select varieties or buy 2, get 3 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
From People Online.
Not People Magazine?
Well, it's the same thing, but there's no magazines anymore.
Oh.
I know when you
it's
say...
not just like random people.
I realize you just say People Online. So, I just chatting to a few folks.
The internet says.
No, this is The People. In a post-magazine era, would be People Magazine Online, I guess. You remember Bob Geldof, Band-Aid?
Yeah. Do they know it's Christmas?
Do they know it's Christmas? This is before.
Thank God it's them instead of you.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a sinister kind of thing. You do not remember this because you were not born.
I do not.
But this was the beginning of, We Are the World was a response to this. So, and the song, Do They Know It's Christmas, was just, the thing that stands out for me more than anything has always been what a complete ripoff of the Mary Tyler Moore theme song it is. Do they know it's Christmas time at all?
Da, 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 dink! Then she throws her hat.
Yeah. So, Band-Aid's Bob Geldof Band-Aid's Bob Geldof defends Do They Know It's Christmas after Ed Sheeran says his personal stance on the song has changed. Now, apparently at some point they did a remix of the song or something, and they realized that a lot of stars, like nobody knows who Boy George is anymore. So they started bringing in newer people. And I guess Ed Sheeran and some other act were on. And now they're saying, no, I don't want to be a part of it anymore because I've learned more about it. And Bob Geldof is saying, see, I remember these stories from back when it started. And this is the way the stories were. I am not a historian, and I have not looked into exactly what went down in Ethiopia. But even then, there were stories saying this doesn't have anything to do with the lack of food. This is about warlords and civil war and war going on. And so there's plenty of food. The problem is the people in charge of distributing it are keeping it for their militaries so that they can continue to war. And there was some criticism at the time saying, all you're doing is putting more money in the hands of these warlords is all you're doing. And I remember he back then said, I don't care, whatever, we're just trying to help people. So there could be more to it. I haven't really dug into it, but that is something that I think most people don't realize is that the famine, suppose it was kind of man-made, is my understanding, and the danger was you were just making these warlords more profitable by just sending money in. But it took a long time.
They don't know what snow is.
Yes.
Isn't that so sad?
It is sad. Aren't you glad it's them instead of you? Some of the most
That's Bono's line.
God, it's them instead of you.
Is it Bono?
Yeah.
He comes in with his.
There won't be snow in Africa.
On some places,
there won't be any in Florida. There won't be any in Florida
It's
either.
a big continent, and there's got to be places where there was probably snow.
You would think that there was some elevation.
Yeah, I would imagine on Kilimanjaro there'd be snow.
Possibly. He says where nothing ever grows.
Yeah, I know. It's really kind of a
They have no fauna.
what are these, like, rich people from the
Florida.
West and their idea of Africa?
Africa's just a dry.
Yeah.
It's all a desert. They don't have fish.
It always
Everyone's
was.
depressed.
Does it still play at Christmas time? Is it still
Some radio
I think
stations
so.
do, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently
I haven't heard in a while.
Cherry's still go. Well, I don't listen to radio
Maybe
stations.
in a whole year?
I used to. Yeah, it's been a
How
while.
dare you?
You know, that reminds me of once my first radio job at WPXY in Rochester, New York. I was all, you know me, I like Christmas and Christmas songs. I don't like Christmas novelty songs, so I was kind of going at this like, once we got to December that year, I'm like, how come I'm not hearing the stupid Christmas songs, you know? And I went to the program director, and I said, how come I'm not, it's Christmas time, we're a pop station, how come I'm not hearing those songs? He says, we tested those songs, they didn't do well. And I said, when did you test them? I said, July. Okay.
What a robot. They did not test well.
They did not test well. We
The
did not play
humans
them.
do not want it. I mean,
All right.
the people.
You want to do some open mics?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do that.
Your open mics from the WSB radio app.
All right.
Our first open mic, Tim Andrews, you better watch out.
All right, the people coming after us, you know, this is as Jerry Yamamoto said, it's the start to Turkey Week. We don't want to be too...
Well, I think this person thinks that they have a career in impressions here because they.
Was he challenging this guy?
He's challenging Tim
He's
here.
messing with the wrong person.
We brought up the story last week about the saddest dolphin in the world living in the Baltic Sea.
Can I say something? I kind of thought that either Autumn or Tim would have jumped in and done an impression of the saddest dolphin in the world. So this is really not challenging them. They're stepping into the breach. There was a vacuum. Nature abhors a vacuum.
Yes.
Nobody knows what abhors mean, but we understand in context. Nature abhors a vacuum.
Hates?
Yeah, just can't stand it.
Yeah.
Nature just can't stand it.
Well, this open micer shot their shot here.
Hey, Eric, Ron Hessler talking. It's the saddest dolphin in Johns Creek. It's currently 49 degrees, 516. But thank you. Good report. Bring your R plate to the forefront and let everybody know that dolphin lives matter.
Wow.
So good.
Oh, goodness. It's 47
All right,
degrees.
first of all, see, he turned him into a revolutionary.
Yeah.
The world's saddest dolphin is not going out there with revolutionary slogans
don't think so.
to lead a movement. So right there's the Achilles heel
So if he were
in that one.
if he were auditioning for the role of
No,
an
he should be.
impression-
No, it'd be like, oh.
I know. He sounded too happy.
I wish I had somebody to swim with.
Eric, maybe you needed to step in and do it.
I can't do it, or I would have. But
Well,
I
you've
can't
done
do. I
dolphins
can't do that,
before.
and my throat won't do it. Yeah,
She's got
Autumn,
it.
There you go.
So let's blame her.
Yeah.
Yeah, Autumn.
How about that? It goes down like.
Oh,
Oh.
lonely little dolphin. And why is everybody quick with the jokes? It upsets me that there's a lonely dolphin, so lonely out in the middle of the ocean talking to himself.
That should be a Christmas song about that lonely dolphin
Oh.
that Santa came and gave gifts.
No one
to.
will remember it in 2 weeks.
No, what happened is Santa hit some bad wind storm and actually
Oh, like he
crashes into the
sleigh
ocean. Yeah, and then the world's loneliest dolphin is there to save Santa.
That's your story for the Christmas show right there.
Hey, now that Rudolph is drowned, will you guide my sleigh tonight?
He says, but I can't. I'm so lonely and sad.
Not anymore. You've got a friend. I'm Santa Claus. I'm 68 years old, always have been, always will be. My age doesn't change.
Then they make love.
Well, dolphins are very, the
I know.
world's loneliest dolphin also, it's very horny. Apparently.
yeah. Well,
and
of
when
course.
people
It's an
get
incel,
near it,
dolphin incel.
Whoa, while I'm in the ocean.
so
Old
it goes
Mrs.
out-
Claus thing.
It's one of those dolphins. yeah.
Oh.
It's like,
Ho,
all right,
ho,
whoa,
ho,
oh, okay.
Whoa there, fella.
Whoa.
Santa, he's swimming away.
All right, we're going to put you at the front of the sleigh just to keep you away from me.
Rudolph, turn that light away.
So I feel sad for the world's loneliest dolphin. Obviously, you guys think it's some sort of laughing matter. I feel sad. Do you know how big the oceans are to be alone out there?
Yeah. Can't find a whale or anything to be pals with.
Yeah, or like a turtle.
Or at least like
Those
a
turtles live
stingray.
for like 1 billion years.
What about one of these ocean aliens that we hear about?
Oh, yeah. Maybe down in the compound down there like the Bond villain from The Spy Who Loved Me. That they're down there. They're down there. You know that guy? He's down underneath the sea.
I don't recall.
The Spy Who Loved Me?
I
The
recall.
greatest-
I just don't remember that.
The greatest Bond theme ever?
Which
It
one?
is?
Yeah, The Spy Who Loved Me.
Oh,
It's the-
Carly Simon, yeah.
Like heaven's
Nobody
above
does
me.
it better.
Right, exactly.
I like Goldeneye.
Goldfinger.
Yeah, that one is it's like, who's that? Shirley Bassey. It's like,
Yeah.
you Goldfinger, you've got a finger made of gold.
You're 007. And this is a movie with a man named Goldfinger.
Aren't these opening credits cool? Ashley Frasca is updating the police activity downtown.
Kudos to Atlanta police for making quick work of the police activity that had the downtown connector shut down for more than 20 minutes. Now all lanes are back open in both directions. All of this was happening very near to the I-20 interchange. We're up at the Skycopter, and we see the slow traffic coming down 85 south from Georgia 400. Connector northbound, you're really heavy on the brakes as you leave 166 Langford Parkway, and that's also impacting things in from East Atlanta. I-20 westbound, more brake lights than normal, trying to head in from Moreland Avenue. Reports of a crash as you're rolling through Norcross, 85 south past Jimmy Carter Boulevard. And with an update on the west side perimeter at the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, it's Sydney Darden.
Yeah, really slow in both directions, all the way from Cumberland to I-20, particularly one spot, a stalled vehicle or maybe a crash, 285 southbound at South Cobb exit 15, knocking out one lane, adding to your delays there. This report is sponsored by the Georgia Aquarium. When you gift an Aqua Pass to holidays at the Georgia Aquarium, you don't have to wrap a thing. Photos with Santa holiday-themed shows and unlimited visits all next year. Grab yours at georgiaaquarium.org. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Get the WSB Radio app.
This story is breaking right now.
Get notifications from your source for news.
If you have the WSB Radio app, then you saw the breaking news.
Get the
WSB Radio
Don't miss a thing with the WSB app.
Download it from the App Store today.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
When is the last time you paid less but got more in return? It happens every day if you or a loved one has Medicare Advantage. $0 copays and an average of $2,500 less out of pocket annually, but more benefits like dental, hearing, and vision. More prevention and screenings to keep people healthy. More care for less money. No wonder 33 million seniors choose Medicare Advantage. Visit MedicareAdvantageMajority.org to learn more. Paid for by Medicare Advantage Majority.
Hey, it's Ashley Frasca from the traffic team. And you know, when I report traffic every morning, I hear from people that are jammed up. They are bumper to bumper, and there's not enough room to move on the Atlanta roads. You know that. So let me ask you, is the storage at your business like that? Do you feel like you've outgrown your space? Shipping Containers for You has the perfect solution. Shipping Containers for You has 40-foot and 20-foot containers that can be delivered to you within days. Go to shippingcontainersforyou.com. Find the shipping container that you need for your home or business and have it delivered within days.
You're ready for a new deck, but don't know where to start. You can DIY, use an unlicensed chuck in a truck, an overpriced luxury designer, or you can choose us. Hi, I'm Scott Nelson, owner of Nelson Exteriors, and we do decks differently. We build beautiful, high-end decks at a reasonable price with lots of options. We're licensed and insured. We'll work with the materials you choose and stay within your budget. Call Nelson Exteriors for an extraordinary deck renovation. Google Nelson Exteriors.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? Well, that's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They'll handle repairs on your old home and make price-boosting upgrades at no upfront cost. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join Medi-Share and save even more than usual. For many families, joining Medi-Share means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people, obviously. But what's more, Medi-Share members like it a lot. Their satisfaction rate is 98%. Imagine that. And Medi-Share is a proven thing, too, for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of hundreds of thousands of people now. And here's the thing. If you join before November 30th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee, so you save even more right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call and you'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is November 30th, so call now and you'll save even more. Here's the number. 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE. 877-26-BIBLE.
Fall. Lots of fun, festivals, football, and full roads. With all of these activities and distractions, pack your patience and take your time. Hey, it's Smiler Mark McKay. We all know accidents happen, and if a distracted driver hits you this fall, call my trusted team at John Foy & Associates, the Strong Arm. They specialize in personal injury law with a winning track record taking on big insurance companies. There is zero cost until they win your case. Call 24/7 for your free case evaluation. JohnFoy.com.
They didn't have one of the open mics that I like. But we have more open mics.
We do.
So let's run with that.
Well, today's word of the I want to confuse anybody because today's word of the day is this.
Desiderata.
Okay?
Yeah.
And Friday's word of the day was
anachronism.
Hey, by the way, when you like Tim Andrews and myself, white trash growing up in the Northeast, Desiderata was up on the wall as a poem. And only today do I know that it wasn't. All my life I looked at that as Desiderata. I thought, did you think it was Desiderata when you were
Yes,
like?
I did.
Well, it's not. It's
Desiderata.
There you go.
Well, Friday's word of the day was
anachronism.
And this open micer has something to say about that.
This is for the Von Hessler Doctrine. This is Elle from Atlanta. Just watched a video where the shoplifting star's name was Karen McSnatch. Does that count as an acronym? It's 11:30 a.m.
You were wrong.
60 degrees.
You were wrong about the word. She didn't say anachronism. She said aptronym, which is when you have a name that is comically like your profession. So, yes, that woman either being a shoplifter or a whore. Both ways, her name would be an aptronym.
Okay. Don't play it again.
Don't play it. No, not the person who. I'm not saying the person who called in.
Yeah.
I'm saying that the lady that she mentioned.
Yes.
I hope that people took it like that.
No, I didn't know.
You were calling that lady.
No, I was not. No, I was not doing that. I was not.
That's
no.
kind of what you said.
No, it's not.
No, that's what I heard.
I'm talking about McSnatch. I'm talking about McSnatch. That would be an aptronym. Either way.
For a kidnapper.
For a kidnapper. For a shoplifter. Or
Someone
for
who,
a
snatches your purse.
a whore. It would be an aptronym. Right?
Yes, I guess.
Now, why am I getting looks like this? People not understanding.
I'm
Are
done.
you
confused
not
now.
understanding the words coming out of my
I'm
mouth?
a little uncomfortable with that word. That's
Mick? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Slam,
because I'm Irish.
Yeah, it's a terrible thing to call people, which I never would. I've never met anybody from Ireland that wasn't an upright, fantastic, wonderful, trustworthy individual. And that's all I'll say. But then again, I've never met Conor McGregor, so I haven't met everybody from Ireland.
Don't you know if you're going to come over here, I'm going to break up
Huh?
I'm going to beat up Greg.
Go play out. He's going to fight you doing there.
I think he's in a lot of trouble.
Is he?
Like with women and stuff.
Oh.
I don't
Yeah.
know, stuff
That's
I've been
cool.
reading. Yeah. Well, if you're really famous, why is it so hard just to kind of
To not
get
do
it,
that.
get it right? Is it hard not to hit people, or especially when you're famous and you got money, which means guess what? Plenty of women will say yes.
Yeah, Bill
There's
Cosby.
no need in your life. No need in your life whatsoever.
The drug in the way.
That's my favorite part.
We suck so bad at it.
I know.
It's a
why?
hard one to do.
You two can't do Bill Cosby. You can't do Clark Howard.
And put the jello.
Hire the dolphin
The
guy.
girl can't do Cher. I got to rely on the guy.
I can do Cher. Tim likes to do Cher.
Tramps,
I think this is a little better.
I say we hire the
You
dolphin.
don't know that. You
I
don't
know
like
it.
me.
I know it for a fact.
The dolphin open micer wins it for my. He should be the new impressionist.
Okay.
Well, let's bring him in.
Yeah, okay.
Getting sick and tired of this one over here. Dealing with his behind-the-scenes nonsense. Oh, now he comes around. Ashley Frasca.
Dance, Tim, dance.
Ashley Frasca says downtown is improving.
It is. Thank goodness for the quick work of the Atlanta Police Department. Now the downtown connector northbound, not bad at all. Heaviest is before and after I-20. However, 85 south is still pretty rough. Below Georgia 400, the connector southbound, stop-and-go traffic until you get to at least William Street. And starting to see the brake lights on 75 south, leaving Marietta, and hot stuff now reported on 285. Veronica Harrell.
Yeah, traffic troopers telling us about a truck fire, 285 southbound, the inner loop over below Covington Highway. That's exit 43. At least one lane taken out. Already looking at delays as you leave Clarkston. And before you get to that, you got a stalled motorist, 285 eastbound, the outer loop around Flat Shoals Road, exit 48. It knocks out the second left lane. Traffic brought to you by Publix. Let Publix make the holiday stress-free with the Publix holiday meals. Just heat and serve for a traditional feast. Advanced ordering required. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Planning to propose this holiday? Shane Company is ready to help you find your dream engagement ring. We handpick the most beautiful diamonds and colorful gemstones in all shapes and sizes. So when you walk in the door, you can trust your rock is in stock. At Shane Company, we've always sourced directly, cut out the middleman, and pass the savings on to you. We work with your budget, not against it. We'll also protect your ring for life with our free unmatched lifetime warranty. Come see us at shaneco.com and in-store. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
New investigations break on Channel 2 Action News. We get problems solved, plain and simple. Every day we follow the facts,
Started digging, only to find.
getting you the answers you need
We
now.
have live. Team 2 coverage.
Channel 2 never stops advocating for
An
you.
investigation regarding your tax dollars.
We're more than just Atlanta's news.
A warning for consumers regarding.
We've got your back all over North Georgia. See what's new, live every day at 4, 5, and 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
Attention taxpayers. If you or your business owe the IRS back taxes or have years of unfiled tax returns, the IRS has green-lighted billions of dollars in tax relief to those facing financial hardship through its tax relief initiatives. If you have a delinquent tax problem and possibly facing wage garnishment, liens, levies, audits, or already in a payment plan, you may now qualify for significant relief. Qualifying and enrolling in this program could stop all collections, settle your tax problem, and may even reduce what you owe by up to 99%. Call the hotline at Tax Help USA to see if you qualify by dialing 800-364-4142. If you or your business owe at least $10,000 in back taxes to the IRS or state, you can now get the help that you need during these hard economic times. Call Tax Help USA to get your free tax assessment to see what you qualify for by dialing 800-364-4142. 800-364-4142. That's 800-364-4142.
If someone causes you to lay your bike down, hiring proper representation is critical. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Don't hire a lawyer because of slick commercials. Hire a local lawyer that specializes in motorcycle injury law. You can trust my friends at Steel Horse Law. Attorney George Stein is a rider and understands bikers' needs. Steel Horse Law has represented thousands of local riders and can maximize the value of your recovery. Schedule your free consultation at steelhorselaw.com.
They said I couldn't do it, but I'm doing it. Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic, and I'm changing the septic industry. Customers ask, how do you not charge to pump out our tank with a repair? Other companies charge hundreds for that. What's the catch? No catch. With Scorpion Septic, there's never a pump out charge with your repair.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic. Details online.
ScorpionSepticServices.com.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, a teen mother facing charges after her baby is found dead in Marietta.
Our hearts go out to them. We can't imagine what they are going through.
The mother's uncle saw the woman digging a hole in the backyard of the home and called police.
17-year-old Leticia Rodriguez is facing several felony charges in connection with the newborn's death, says Officer Chuck McPhillamy.
The charges specifically are concealing a death, the abuse of a dead body, and the abandonment of a dead body.
The medical examiner will now determine if the newborn died at birth or was killed after.
All of that will lead to potentially additional charges against this young mother.
Rodriguez is currently hospitalized. Once she's released, she will be jailed without bond. In Marietta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
70 degrees in Atlanta. When does the rain arrive, and will it be dry for Thanksgiving? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Special counsel Jack Smith is asking a judge to dismiss the federal election interference case against President-elect Donald Trump. CBS Washington correspondent Scott McFarland reports Smith's case had been in limbo since Trump won the election.
He's not making an argument that he believes his case has been weakened, that his case has any flaws, or that there's a problem with evidence. It's just that he can't try a sitting president.
The president-elect's team says today the decision is a major victory for the rule of law. Eric and Lyle Menendez will remain behind bars for now. CBS's Matt Piper reports they made their first court appearance in years today after their lawyers requested a judge consider resentencing them due to new evidence.
The judge wound up rescheduling the hearing for January 30th, saying he wants the newly elected district attorney to go through all documents in the case. That person takes office December 3rd. The judge did decide to hear the testimony of two Menendez relatives, including their 85-year-old aunt, who said through tears, "We miss those who are gone, but we miss the kids, too."
The Menendez brothers are in prison for the 1989 murders of their parents in Beverly Hills. A Georgia couple is accused in an interstate horse theft scheme.
The Waycross couple was using fake names and bad checks to buy horses in Arkansas, then bringing them back here to Georgia.
Once they got to Georgia, they would go as soon as they had a sale in South Carolina and turn in those horses.
Harlan Prevost is chief of law enforcement with the Georgia Department of Agriculture. He says there may be more victims in other states. It's estimated some 40,000 horses are reported stolen every year here in the U.S. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
2 teen gang members are indicted for murder in Athens. Attorney General Chris Carr's office says a 15 and 17-year-old were members of the Sex Money Murder Gang, which has a strong presence here in Georgia. They're accused of murdering 20-year-old Cameron Monago at the Rolling Ridge Apartments in Athens in May. An Atlanta Hawks legend is honored tonight after his passing 2 months ago.
A series of tributes for Hall of Famer Dikembe Mutombo will appear at the Hawks game against the Dallas Mavericks. That includes a new court decal in honor of his legacy. Players will also wear shirts during pregame with his famous "No, no, no" finger wag taunt on them. He played for the team from 1996 to 2001. His number 55 jersey was retired back in 2015. Mutombo died September 30th at the age of 58 after a battle with brain cancer. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
The cost of your Christmas tree could provide scholarships for Atlanta teens. Here's a report all new at 5.
Calder Johnson and Jack Fott started selling Christmas trees as Grady High School students so they could pay for their own college tuition. This year, 10 years later, they have 7 locations around Atlanta and raise money for other teen scholarships. Johnson tells WSB they never dreamed it would turn out this way.
We really did not. We
kind of joked about how maybe we could make this a full-time thing, and then it just kept growing and growing, and now we've been able to do that.
The trees from their grower near Boone did take a hit from Helene, but Johnson says they're trying to keep prices low. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, triple team traffic, and here is Ashley Frasca.
Watching the 6 traffic on the east side perimeter, the inner loop 285 southbound. The brake lights hit you right around Chamblee, Tucker Road, and it doesn't get any better all the way down to Glenwood Road, where they're blocking the right lane with some fire department activity there. And it heads up on the southeast perimeter, trouble in the left lane, 285 eastbound, the outer loop at Flat Shoals, with delays now beginning as you leave Jonesboro Road, Highway 54. Take us into Gwinnett County, home into the northern suburbs, Sydney Darden.
Yeah, and still the hardest part of your trip is going to be once you get off Spaghetti Junction onto I-85 northbound from that little entry point all the way to Jimmy Carter Boulevard. Really hard brake tapping. It does break apart a bit, but still going to be on and off those brakes until you get to Pleasant Hill. On the opposite side of that, it's a pretty rough ride from 85 southbound from Pleasant Hill all the way until you get to Spaghetti Junction. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official heating of winter. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Increasing cloud cover this evening as a cold front approaches North Georgia. It'll push rain showers into metro Atlanta between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m., then drying out for the rest of the day. Morning lows in the mid-50s on Tuesday afternoon. Behind the rain showers, daytime highs in the low 60s, then cooling down to the low 40s on Wednesday morning. Wednesday afternoon, partly cloudy, high 64. Watching for another round of rain showers late Wednesday evening into Thursday morning. Drying out Thursday afternoon, high 66. Cooling down significantly on Friday, morning low 37, afternoon high 49.
71 in Lilburn, 69 in Ackworth, and 68 in Villa Rica. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Look at that. Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm going to need your TMZ Monday edition on this one because it's going to freak people out. All right?
Yeah.
It's going to freak people out because Dr. Joe is here.
What?
And that means the days are getting confused. Because Dr. Joe's here for Wellness Wednesday, but it would be Wellness Wednesday
Monday edition.
All right, let's see if we can work it out with the whole opening.
It's time for Wellness Wednesday with Dr. Joe.
Monday edition.
Wait, do we kill the
You're going
TMZ
really-
guy?
Yeah, it killed him. Yeah, we never have to hear that stupid voice ever again.
Well, I got to do it again at 6.
Well, that's right. Yeah, well, because it's Monday. And this is Wellness Wednesday. I guess we're not going to be here on Wednesday. I wanted to work through the entire holidays.
Absolutely.
These people are like, no.
Yeah, we can eat here.
It's a holiday. Yeah, I want to be here on things.
Get you pizza.
I want the audience to know Eric Von Hessler would do this show 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and add one every 4 for the leap year. That's what I would be, because that's the kind of connection I have with the audience.
Committed.
Now, the doctrinaires, you could say, not so committed. Oh, I've got children and it's holiday time. I say, hey, you know what? That doesn't matter. We've got an audience. But I'm outnumbered, so we will be taking time off for the holidays. So Wednesday we will not be here, so now's a good time to do Wellness Wednesday
Monday edition.
Now it all makes sense. Oh, you know what? Here's something I came across at the very last minute here.
Okay.
Dr. Joe, I'm going to see if you agreed with this. This is from the HuffPost, which I cannot believe is still around, but it is.
It's hanging in there.
Says, I'm a doctor. Here's the one harmful supplement I'd never take.
All right.
And basically what he comes down to is he says certain vitamins, if you have a lack of that vitamin, might be good, like vitamin D or something like that, or vitamin A. But he said he would never take a multivitamin because a multivitamin, according to this, it turns out, does nothing for your mortality. Like people who take multivitamins tend to somewhat die even younger than other people. And now the question is that because the reason they're taking multivitamins is that they're already unhealthy? Is that it? Or is it the multivitamin? My guess is it's more likely the first.
It's also the quality.
Right.
Most multivitamins on the market are made with synthetic vitamins, which actually can do more harm than good. So people
That doesn't seem like a good idea. Who came up with that one?
The big P.
Oh, no. No, the big P.
The big P, yeah. Yeah.
You familiar with the big P?
Big P.
Quite familiar.
Okay.
Yeah, every morning.
Yeah, when he gets out of bed.
That's right. First thing.
Yeah,
No,
Tim, that's
big-
my joke.
Yeah, well, see,
the
you didn't
other
have
guy.
to.
You had to. Got it.
You added to it.
My bad.
Big
you.
Pharma, of course.
Yes, of course, yeah. No,
That's
if
what you're
a
talking
company
about.
makes a supplement, they want to get the as long
Wait,
as
hold
it's-
on. These two are making out.
No, that was
Oh, wait. Now the dog's involved.
Oh,
This is
wow.
getting
This
strange.
is getting weird. Get back here.
Dog
See.
doesn't like it.
I don't
Not-
care. Somebody's got to clean up the peanut butter.
Oh,
It ain't gonna be me.
Wow, was that a peanut butter
That was
reference?
a good deep cut there. Yeah.
Sixth
Wow.
grade.
Disgusting. So
The quality of the supplement.
identify where you have your deficiencies. Is that it? And then
Right.
take those individual vitamins.
Or just take a good multivitamin that has quality. You're not going to have a problem with it. B vitamins, you
Well,
pee
how
them
do
out.
I know? What am I?
I'll tell you. That's my job.
Well, it turns out Dr. Joe's multivitamin is the one I should be taking.
Did I say that? I
No.
did. Yes, you should, though, by the way. But I didn't say that.
It's all natural.
It's on the website, drjoe.com. Yeah, go
Okay.
on. Yes.
Okay.
Ding.
Well, a lot of things are synthetic that work, though, in other drugs, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like,
It's, synthetic antibiotics.
like
and
if you
things
can't
like that.
methylate folic acid into folate.
That's what I'm always
Yes,
telling people.
60% of the people.
So you
according
can't
to-
methylate it.
Can't
And, you know, it's
methylate
like,
it, and it can actually cause more harm than good.
That's
This guy knows how to
that's
methylate.
what I tell people.
I know how to methylate. You just get some matchbooks and some of that stuff.
What's going on with your teeth?
Allergy
I know.
meds
You
there.
can't
Yeah.
get Sudafed like you used to.
Why is that stuff all got a little verklempt there? What?
I
Why,
heard.
why is that stuff all locked up?
Because people buy it and steal it for meth. They make
But wouldn't
meth
you,
out of
wouldn't you have to get like 150 cartons to
it. Well, you
make
send a
meth?
kid around to pick them up at a bunch of different places, and
Right.
then you have enough.
And is the kid allowed to get a little off the top, or is he?
Well,
he
I
doesn't
imagine
get any
so.
benefits from it at all.
Yeah, by kid I mean like 20 years.
Oh, okay.
Not
I,
like-
Can I have some Sudafed?
I want to make sure.
My mommy has allergies.
I don't think Gil's asking for Sudafed when he goes to the store.
Yeah, now we know why. Yeah. So.
There's no cars made out of Sudafed.
That's it. It's got a little
You know,
side
some
figure.
people blame the DEA for meth because by making it difficult to get drugs from other countries, then that's when houses blow up in suburbs.
Yeah.
When people start cooking up their own drugs so they don't have to deal with trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
So let's not get into that. As Jared Yamamoto started the show off with, it's the start to Turkey Week.
Yeah,
And I think we need
some
to have
toxic positivity.
we need some toxic positivity. So let's
That's
have-
why I'm here.
That's right.
Well, this first wellness story is important. This is from the Opelika.
I'll decide what's important.
Opelika, Auburn area. They're all
Oprah-like?
Opelika, Auburn News.
Oprah Leica.
Oh, Oprah-like.
And where your story lives. That's their slogan.
Huh?
Beat
Where
the
your story
lives.
Okay, so we're dealing with 27-year-old idiots writing for this thing.
Can you beat the bloat? Here are 11 hacks for the post-Thanksgiving recovery.
I got a better one.
Celebrities are getting involved with this. There's a lot of connections.
Okay, here's the thing. You're not going to you're not going to eat well on Thanksgiving and then somehow that's going to add 10 pounds to you. A lot of this is just overdone. I don't even know how much more I eat on Thanksgiving than any other day, to be honest. I know what I'm going to eat, but I think I just usually have a little bit of seconds. Not like I'm gorging myself all
Aunt
day
Lisa
long.
gorgeous. She gorgeous. I get it.
Yeah?
There's some people
Is
that
it?
when they make it a point when it's Thanksgiving, like,
Here's
oh,
the
this
idea.
is my cheat day.
If you don't want to...
Pass me another plate.
You got any more rolls?
If you don't want
worry,
to gain...
I got plenty.
A little double entendre.
She's always a cut up.
I like that sweet potato pie with the marshmallows on top.
I just, it's like, there are so many myths like that we're all eating so much on Thanksgiving, so much more than any other day. If you don't want to gain weight, then watch what you eat. You don't have to have a philosophy for after Thanksgiving. If you just sort of watch yourself, I mean, come on, don't turn into a human
glutton. Yes.
Glutton.
It's also you're
not that
mixing,
difficult.
You're mixing all these different foods, and the body has trouble digesting carbohydrates and fats and proteins, and they digest at different times with different enzymes.
Well,
and-
better figure it out.
But how's that any different from going for a 4-course meal
Yeah,
at
sure,
a great
yeah.
restaurant on any day of the week? You're gonna get all four courses,
right,
and
yeah.
so I mean it's kind of the same.
It's also different food you're not used to eating. So
Yeah, then the next time I hear about the tryptophan, everybody's tired.
It's
This
not the
is BS.
turkey. I agree with you on that. It's the
BS.
volume. Yes. Mhm.
Well, it's just you want to retreat.
Well, your body is busy digesting things, right? And don't you have a drop in sugar?
Listen, it's a retreat from your family.
Nap time.
You're like, yeah, I gotta get out.
That's all it is.
Put the game on.
Well, one of the things
and pass out. Be the uncle on the couch with the head back, mouth open.
Doing that thing where you half snore until you wake up.
Hey, don't touch that channel. I was watching that.
I'm watching the Lions game. Now, one of the things they bring up here in the Opelika Auburn News is that you should unwind after your turkey with some Delta 9 gummies. They said that's pretty
What?
good. Oh, yeah,
What?
Yeah, it's
This is not Dr. Joe advice.
I like to do a little cocaine.
keeps you awake for the late game.
It's time to feel good.
What terrible advice.
Well, what if you're with family? You just want to relax. You can just let your
Oh,
hair
yeah.
out.
Hey, listen, and when the panic attack comes, there'll be plenty of people around to drive you to the emergency room.
Grandma had his ciders on you,
A little after-dinner panic attack. Huh?
They do have more common things to offer here, like sliding into more comfortable shoes so that we can walk.
Dr.
Shoes?
Joe.
Not in
First of
my
all, you should not
house.
have your shoes on in the house.
Not in my house, exactly.
No, I wear my shoes in my house.
That's gross.
Oh, you're gross.
Yeah.
You're gross.
Yeah?
You are disgustingly gross.
Yeah, what do you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You think I'm gross?
Yeah, I think you're gross. I think you know what? You disgust me.
What if I
To
do
the
this?
point.
Covers myself in dirt. What do you think about that?
You know what? I didn't even notice a difference.
Pan
Because you're
down.
already gross and dirty.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pan down.
I think you like saying that I'm dirty.
Oh,
I think
well.
you like that I'm dirty.
I do like, no, I don't like that you're dirty. I would like for you to be clean because then I could respect you.
The
and
anal
myself.
retentive pervert.
And myself.
Yeah, he's the anal retentive pervert. Actually, you're actually very dirty, and I
Yes,
don't like. It's
Yes.
really bothering me.
Can you just go clean up? Can you just go take a shower? I would not be able to exist like in the what is it? The dating apps? Or like,
Tinder.
I would just show up. Hey, listen, could you? How about you take a shower?
Let's go to the gym.
Yeah.
Go to a gym date.
Yeah.
You know, make sure you shower after the gym.
But I'd be the first one, like right as we meet. She starts talking in my face, going, "Okay, Tic Tac."
Man, you ain't right.
Because there's no way you know that from dating apps.
No.
You do not know hygiene.
But if you're
Fumes coming
showing
off
up, if you're showing up on a date and you don't have fresh breath, like that's weird.
Well, that's what I'm saying is you don't know. What a wasted night for the person.
What if you came? Hold on. What if it's like your first date, right? Like, and you're going to a coffee shop and you just came from the gym. What's wrong with
Well,
that?
who would do that?
You
Some
wouldn't do
people
that.
do that.
I'm going to show up
No.
sweaty and
If you're,
disgusting.
if you're confident in yourself, you go there.
You
You're like,
still
"Oh,
stink. I mean, stinking is stinking.
The best looking
If you have
person
no
in the
respect
world.
for the date, then yeah, you do it.
Well,
if
it's
you
just
don't
a
care.
coffee date. You know, you're going there. You don't know the person. You're going up there and trying things.
Supposedly you're trying to get a relationship
You don't make any
going.
sense.
You don't start that with bad breath.
That's only
This is
okay if she's a
Jared's,
sanitation worker.
She won't know
Right.
this.
This is Jared's
Nose blind.
toxic positivity coming in.
No,
yeah,
it's not.
people do it all the time.
I think
yeah.
I think
if you're
that she
confident,
should.
then you should be able to show up like a
she should
complete
be able.
slob.
First off, when you're trying to court somebody, they should like you in your best and in your worst form.
No,
And if it's
but
not
you
a
don't
first date,
lead with
yourself
the
the
worst.
worst.
You lead with the best.
I
And
told
then,
you I was a fishmonger.
Ashley Frasca is
I've
flying
been
over
crying
the
all
ride.
day. I can't wait for our date.
Ashley Frasca flying over the ride home to Duluth.
And we stumbled upon a stalled tractor trailer. It may be there, minute 85 south below Highway 316. That has the center lane blocked. No help with it yet, so that's causing a jam out of Duluth as you travel southbound. Northbound, you're on and off the brakes now, leaving Chamblee, Tucker, slow in spots all the way up past Beaver Ruin. And we've got delays downtown and now compounding those problems in Midtown is a stall knocking out at least a couple of right center lanes on the connector southbound around 10th Street. Northbound still pretty thick coming up from University Avenue. Couple of trouble spots on 285 in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center. Veronica Orell.
Yes, that truck fire cleanup over on 285 southbound, the inner loop around Glenwood Road, exit 44. It knocks out a right lane. Your delays stretch back to around Spaghetti Junction, I-85. And then better news now. That stalled vehicle, 285 eastbound, the outer loop at Flat Shoals Road, exit 48, all off to the right, but still your delays stretch back to Moreland Avenue. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Turkey, stuffing, and $100.
Now that's a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving Day is Turkey Day payday.
Listen every hour between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. for the keyword.
You could win a $100 gift card to Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
And you'll have the entire hour to enter the keyword
On the WSB app.
or WSBRadio.com.
From the station that's thankful for you.
95.5 WSB. Details at WSBRadio.com.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed.
Chris, with all the things we're reading, seeing, and living through these days, from rate cuts, election season, and now a new administration, now seems like a great time to make sure we have that comprehensive plan in place. You know, the one that covers all our financial bases.
There are occasions throughout the year where I feel like it's critical for people to engage their financial lives and get the information that they deserve from a financial advisory team. And this is one of those times, to be quite frank. So we ask that you call us if you have a minimum of $500,000 in your full portfolio. But we're going to do away with that minimum so that those folks can have an equal opportunity to understand what's in their portfolio as well. Now, you have to have some money, right? I can't help you to build your wealth at work, right? But I sure can help, I believe, with your 401k, IRA management. There's probably 2 or 3 things that'll surprise you that you may want to take action on. So the next 10 people that call in, we'll work up either a portfolio x-ray, or if you feel like you need a full retirement plan, go to unleashyourmoney.com, click on portfolio x-ray, or click on full retirement plan. We think you'll be impressed enough, and we want you to become a client. There's no question about it. We believe that we are a very competent fiduciary advisory team, and we want to offer that to our listeners. Let Hoffman Financial Group actually show you how we perform, and I believe we perform at the pinnacle of this industry.
Call the Hoffman Financial Group at 404-737-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Hey, it's Mark Aram here with an amazing way to make this a stress-free holiday season. Heat and serve traditional feasts from my friends at Publix. Order now and make your holiday gathering one to remember. Check out the turkey dinner. It includes a fully cooked turkey, old-fashioned cornbread dressing, delicious home-style Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, cranberry orange relish, marshmallow delight, and no Thanksgiving is complete without delicious home-style gravy. Just make sure you order these items in advance. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. I've trusted America's Best Choice for window replacement for more than a decade. I've watched this company expand to include many different services, but all done with the same high standards they've had from the very first day we met. They've earned my certification for not only replacement windows, but for siding, decks, awnings, and fencing, all done with honest, upfront pricing. Plus, ABC's 3-way warranty includes my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, meaning you'll never risk your spend with America's Best Choice.
Transform your home with America's Best Choice, where quality meets affordability. For a limited time, get the best quality windows starting at just $299. Plus, act now and save 10% on all new decks. Imagine the possibilities with our highly skilled professional crews. And that's not all. Enjoy great pricing on siding, roofing, fencing, motorized awnings, and more. Don't wait. Go to abcwin.com and schedule your free consultation. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust, prices you can afford.
This is Scott Slade with a message from Georgia Power about Hurricane Helene, the most destructive hurricane in the company's 140-year history. Over 20,000 personnel responded to over 1,000 miles of downed power lines, over 8,300 poles broken. They essentially had to rebuild large areas instead of simply reconnecting. And Georgia Power's commitment to total restoration continues with account assistance for affected customers and substantial donations to relief efforts. To learn more, visit georgiapower.com/Helene.
All right, Dr. Joe, have you ordered up a Matt Gaetz cameo video yet?
Absolutely.
It's only $550.
$50, I heard. Yeah, that's not a bad deal to have somebody who I really don't care about say something nice about me.
And he doesn't care about you either.
That's right, but he'll lie for $550.
Never quite understood the whole attachment to celebrity. I really don't understand it.
You are a celebrity, though. I mean, these people
Well, I know.
worship you, you know?
Well,
I mean, come on.
so local celebrity is a different thing.
Okay.
But I mean, like, just that, what do you actually have? I know people, Tim Andrews is one of them, but he's not the only one. I have very good friends who are in show business, and they just have pictures of them with everybody. Half of them are dead now. Don
Yeah.
Rickles,
That's
all
all
these
right.
people.
Yeah.
But what do you get out of it? I don't understand what you get out of it. It's like, okay, I'm paying you to pretend you're my friend with the cameo thing. We got one for, let's see, my oldest son's wife got him one from Andre Reed from the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
It was before the AFC championship game when the Chiefs beat up the Bills. And that guy, I got to say, like, he must feel bad about it. This thing was like 7 minutes long. He was just like, you know, in his mind, he was thinking, I can't believe people are paying me for this.
That's right.
Hey,
For 7
happy
minutes,
birthday.
yeah.
It just kind of kept going. It got to the point where like, my son at one point was like, okay, well, I'll watch the rest of it later. But I don't really get what it is. What are you paying for?
It's a memory, too. I mean,
It's not real.
But it's still
It's not real.
You just got a picture with the person.
It's not real. You want to have a conversation with Mick Jagger because
Uh-huh.
you see him in a grocery store? The last thing in the world you should do is bring up the Rolling Stones. If you want to feel like you have an
Where's
actual
the bananas?
Yeah, like just have some sort of conversation about the produce. Then you will be having a conversation
Is he
with
a
the
Lay's
person.
Stacks guy or a Pringles guy?
But see, these are the things that you can discover and explore.
But you have good stories.
But if you
to tell
tell me you
people.
saw Mick Jagger and went up to him and told him how great the Rolling Stones are, I'm going to say, well, he forgot you before he met you.
I was stuck in
Because
an
you're just
elevator.
like, I know, you were stuck in an elevator with him and you gave him a big kiss.
I
Now,
did.
he'll
No.
remember that.
Well, those lips of his.
Oh, I mean,
nice. On the
how do
neck.
you not?
I know, right? Exactly. So
They're
there
a
you go.
walking
So-
invitation. Why else are we in this elevator?
That's right.
He was in an elevator in Giant Stadium with
That's a good memory. Yeah,
Mick Jagger.
and Bianca.
What'd you talk about?
I was talking to this girl, and she said, "Hey, you want to go meet Mick Jagger?" And I got in the elevator with her. She was the elevator operator. Went down to the second floor. The doors open. They pushed Mick Jagger in, and Bianca and this big thug.
Yeah.
And Mick looked at me and said, "Quite a ruckus we're having out there, eh?" And I went,
yeah.
That was it. That was my whole conversation. I froze.
Why?
And I-
So was he
Dr.
referring to
Joe.
the football game or something? Was it a concert?
No, there were
what was it?
People were following him into the elevator, and it was screaming out there.
Oh, okay.
And I leaned backwards, and I hit the stop button. And the guy with him, his bodyguard, reached into his jacket. I'm assuming reaching for a gun. Scared the heck out of
So
me.
you accidentally hit the stop?
Yes.
Or, okay.
No, I did it. It was a very small elevator, and I leaned backwards because he was talking to me, and I hit the stop button.
Oh,
I-
well, yeah.
He probably talks about it now. He probably
Oh,
remembers
I'm
it.
sure he remembers the
Oh,
time.
that's how
that
he opens
met,
the shows.
That he
Yeah.
met Dr. Is Dr. Joe in the house? Ashley Frasca is watching 285 for you.
We're going to Sandy Springs to check out new trouble on the inner loop 285 eastbound between Riverside and Roswell Road. The inner loop is already slow as you make your way up from South Cobb Drive along 285 north past I-75 and the Cobb Cloverleaf. And we've had trouble in the right lane on the east side, 285 south at Glenwood Road. It's getting very heavy, bumper to bumper. In fact, coming out of Spaghetti Junction down from I-85. And speaking of 85 southbound, you got a stalled big rig in the center lane right below Highway 316. The better news downtown. Crash is cleared. Connector south at 10th Street. Updating I-20 in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center. It's Cindy Darden.
Yeah, and we also just got word that a stalled vehicle, I-20 westbound near the downtown area at Boulevard, exit 58, now also gone as well. Speaking of I-20, though, it is also going to be slow, not only through downtown, but also over on the west side, particularly near the Thornton and Six Flags area as well. So you're going to be on and off that brake pedal. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Norwegian Cruise Line's Black Friday preview sale is finally here. Enjoy huge savings with 50% off all cruises and NCL's all-new More at Sea package, including unlimited open bar, specialty dining, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
This holiday season, give gifts worth giving. Visit Tara Fine Jewelry Company, where I've been doing business for over 25 years. You'll find Swiss watch brands like Rolex, Tudor, and Tag Heuer just 3 miles from the Mall of Georgia in Buford. Tara Fine Jewelry Company.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
New investigations break on Channel 2 Action News. We get problems solved, plain and simple. Every day we follow the facts.
Started digging, only to find...
Getting you the answers you need now.
We have live. Team 2 comes.
Channel 2 never stops advocating for you.
An investigation regarding your tax dollars.
We're more than just Atlanta's news.
A warning for consumers regarding...
We've got your back all over North Georgia. See what's new, live every day at 4, 5, and 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
Anyone on the roads in North Georgia knows that tractor trailers are everywhere. For my friends in the motorcycle community, a distracted big rig could change your life forever. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Steel Horse Law specializes in motorcycle accidents involving trucks, and they can protect you from big corporations and their armies of lawyers. Steel Horse Law can help you get back on your feet, medical bills paid, back to work, and your case resolved. Schedule your free accident evaluation at steelhorselaw.com.
What's your car worth? Find out now at JimEllisBuysCars.com, the safe and easy way to sell your car. Plus, Jim Ellis will beat any CarMax purchase offer by $500. Sell your car today, fast, easy, fair. For complete details, visit JimEllisBuysCars.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top story. The federal election meddling case against President-elect Trump is over for now. Reporter Karen Travers says the special counsel moves to dismiss the case today, and then a federal judge agrees.
Special counsel Jack Smith filed a motion to drop all 4 felony charges against President-elect Trump. It involves his alleged effort to overturn his 2020 election defeat and his role in the January 6 Capitol attack. Trump was charged with conspiracy to defraud the United States and obstruction. In his filing, Smith said the merits of the prosecution's case has not changed, but the circumstances have, saying as a result of the election and DOJ guidelines against prosecuting a sitting president, the case will not go forward.
CBS's Nicole Killian reports on what this means for the election interference case in Fulton County.
The election interference case that is still pending in Georgia, which continues to be on ice, so unclear whether or not this federal case will have any bearing on that state case.
69 degrees in Atlanta. How much rain coming tonight and how long will it last? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A teenage mother in Cobb County is now facing charges after her baby is found dead.
We can now confirm that 17-year-old Leticia Rodriguez is being charged with multiple felonies related to concealing the death of an infant.
Officer Chuck McPhillamy with Marietta Police says a family member saw the 17-year-old digging a hole in the backyard and called police. The medical examiner is now working to determine the child's exact age and specific cause of death, which could lead to more charges. As you prepare to visit with family and friends this Thanksgiving, a health warning about walking pneumonia.
Doctors report an uptick in cases of walking pneumonia, Dr. Perlasoni among them.
I feel horrible doing so much antibiotic, but it's so much in the community that I have to do it.
Symptoms of walking pneumonia can include sore throat, fatigue, low-grade fever, and cough. The Georgia Department of Public Health says while it's hard to know exactly how many cases we have, they are aware of cases in the state, and they're urging Georgians to take precautions by exercising good hand hygiene and stay away from others if you're sick. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
The Thanksgiving travel rush is expected to peak at the airport this week.
The busiest days are going to be Tuesday and Wednesday, right before Thanksgiving.
The TSA's Lisa Farbstein says travelers should expect heavy traffic getting into the airport and lines at baggage counters before they even get to the security checkpoint line. Passengers encouraged to get to the airport at least 2 hours before their flights. If you're driving somewhere for Thanksgiving, drive carefully.
As part of the National Click It or Ticket campaign, Alan Poole, director of the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, is urging Georgians to join the click and buckle up.
Our goal is when crashes occur, everyone is able to walk away from that crash. A seat belt is the most important piece of safety equipment in your vehicle.
Last year, 23 people were killed on Georgia's roads during the Thanksgiving travel period. State troopers will also be working special shifts to be out in force during the holiday. In Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
If you're traveling with food to bring to your Thanksgiving feast, the TSA reminds you what you cannot bring through security.
If you can spill it, spread it, smear it,
pump it or pour it. That's things like cranberry sauce, gravy, any alcohol or juice, wine, fruit preserves, or soft spreadable cheeses.
The TSA's Jessica Maley says turkey stuffing and other items are okay. You can also keep your dishes cold with an ice pack, but it needs to be frozen when going through security. Clean Old-Fashioned Hate is back this Friday as Georgia and Georgia Tech meet in Athens, and Bulldogs coach Kirby Smart is shooting down any notion they are looking ahead to the SEC championship game.
My thoughts are on Georgia Tech.
Fans looking to buy tickets to that SEC championship will have to pay big bucks. Prices range from almost $300 in the upper level to end zone and to more than $1,200 if you're looking at midfield in the lower bowl. It is now 5:34 and it is time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And Triple Team Traffic begins now with Ashley Frasca.
We are up and over what's going to be a jam getting out of Cobb County into Sandy Springs. The car spun out on 285 eastbound. 2 left lanes are blocked past Riverside. Delays were already heavy backed into the Vinings area as you travel 285 north. And folks looking at the flashing lights, so that's causing a jam leaving Dunwoody on 285 west, trying to head over to Riverside as well. 285 southbound should be improving from Spaghetti Junction. It is a slow ride, though. Earlier troubles down at Glenwood Road has cleared. An update from the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center from Veronica Rell.
And over on that downtown ride, better news. That crash or stalled vehicle, connector 7585 southbound around 10th Street, exit 250 has since cleared. However, 75 southbound, it packs in starting around Howe Mill. 85 southbound brake lights start at Georgia 400. And your struggles on the connector northbound, 7585 northbound start at Langford 166. A Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Increasing cloud cover this evening as a cold front approaches North Georgia. It'll push rain showers into metro Atlanta between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m., then drying out for the rest of the day. Morning lows in the mid-50s on Tuesday afternoon. Behind the rain showers, daytime highs in the low 60s, then cooling down to the low 40s on Wednesday morning. Wednesday afternoon, partly cloudy, high 64. Watching for another round of rain showers late Wednesday evening into Thursday morning. Drying out Thursday afternoon, high 66. Cooling down significantly on Friday. Morning low 37, afternoon high 49.
Right now 66 in Peachtree Corners, it's 67 in Austell, and 69 in Morrow. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Nothing warms your home like natural light.
It's time to brighten yours. Add more daylight and bigger views with Infinity from Marvin Fiberglass Windows.
Hi, it's Jonathan and Ted from North Georgia Replacement Windows.
Our windows come with narrow frames giving you more light. Experience the Infinity from Marvin Fiberglass difference at your home or in our new Alpharetta showroom.
Window and door shopping made simple.
0% interest available.
Infinity from Marvin Replacement Windows, yeah!
Skip the hassle and sell your home with the strongest cash offer this fall. The Guaranteed Offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. With the Guaranteed Offer, you can skip the uncertainty and sell your home fast for all cash in as little as 21 days. Mark Spain Real Estate's been serving families for nearly 30 years and has helped over 58,000 satisfied clients. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com and find out what your Guaranteed Offer would be and start packing.
MSC Cruises Black Friday preview sale is here. For a limited time, book now with up to 35% off cruises, drinks and Wi-Fi included, plus up to $400 onboard credit. Sail to the turquoise waters of the Bahamas with stops at Ocean Key, MSC's private island marine reserve, or experience the beauty of the Caribbean and more destinations. MSC Cruises, for a greater beauty. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
All right. Dr. Joe
here
is here on the wrong day. I don't know why you showed up on Monday because you're supposed to be Wellness Wednesday.
I'm old.
He seemed very confused, much like the president.
Yeah.
What? You thought about that? We have a.
What are you talking about?
We have a brain dead Muppet for a president who's currently bombing Russia.
Why not?
What could go wrong?
Got a couple of weeks. I got to get stuff done, you know?
What could go wrong?
Hey, to save you money on Christmas shopping.
True.
Yeah.
You should see this story. I got to pull it up later. I think it's USA Today or AP. The way they covered the fact that Joe Rogan has complained that this escalation could end up in World War III, and the way that they treat him, because they know what happened in this last election. And they've tried to take him down a couple other times, but the establishment, legacy media, whatever, they're going to give you and it's starting to look so ridiculous. I wish I had it in front of me, but basically at one point they say something like making the sensationalist claim that the Biden administration's escalation in Ukraine could lead to World War III. There's an awful lot of highly educated people around the world who believe exactly. It's not a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, don't bomb Russia.
It's just that legacy media says never challenge the intelligence agencies. Ever, ever, ever. And if anybody does and questions them, they should be presented to the world as what they are. Let's start with weird, strange, odd, into conspiracies. But if we trust the legacy media, since they haven't done any stories about anything negative about the intelligence agencies, compare this with reality. Your legacy media for the last 20, I would say since Obama became president, I haven't seen one adversarial, we're the media, you're the intelligence. When they were all on the side of the intelligence agencies against Assange and Snowden and anybody else. So look at the record of what the world is doing right now, and look at your legacy media, who for the last 20 years have said, this intelligence agencies, just believe them and shut up because they're always telling the truth.
They're the good guys.
And now Joe Rogan, his sensationalist idea that a lame duck president decides to start bombing Russia before the new president, who said, I'm going to get us out of this war, said that could somehow escalate to World War III. Now, you can disagree with it, but referring to it as sensationalist, I don't know what happened with these people. They just convinced themselves. I hope they're right. He'd never use them. You want to know what? I hope you're right. I mean, it's the end of them, too. So there's that. There's that we can hold on to.
The whole Putin talking points. Joe Rogan uses Putin's
That's right.
talking
No,
points.
it turns out, right.
They're in direct connection with each other.
Well, no, the fact of the matter is, in order to believe the Putin's talking points thing, you have to look at your intelligence agencies, the people who lied about Vietnam, the people who told you there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, the people who told you that we were going to have a standing army in Afghanistan who would make sure that the Taliban never came back to power. Yeah, those are the people. Those are the people who we should believe. Not a Joe Rogan. Why would anybody question what the intelligence agencies tell them? The fact that they've been lying to us since the 1950s, I don't know why. The sensationalist story here is that the supposed fourth estate, the media, the legacy media, have not come up with one negative thing to say about the intelligence agencies for the last 20 or so years. Not quite. Let's say 15 years. They were highly critical of the neocons when the neocons were Republican. Then the neocons became Democrats, and only weirdos would ever question them. It's so bizarre. All right, Dr. Joe's here for Wellness Wednesday. Even though it's Monday, if you can't figure...
I still don't get it.
You know what?
I'm here to mess with you.
That's right. He's a troll.
Yes.
He's here to troll you on a Monday.
He was helping out with the Thanksgiving hacks there a little bit in the first half hour. And then now...
Nobody needs Thanksgiving hacks. We've all been through Thanksgiving.
We know how this works.
If you're a child and this is your third or fourth, your parents have been through it. Nobody needs a hack.
I do.
How to lose weight on Thanksgiving? I know how to.
Don't eat so much.
Don't eat.
There you go.
There you go.
So the desserts are so tempting.
Yeah, well, if you eat them, you're going to have to exercise more or move more or just put up with the weight that it's given you.
I don't want to do that.
Well, that's the universe.
Only 3 pieces of pie this year. Well, the big debate going on, aside from all the Thanksgiving stuff, is whether or not a cold plunge or a hot bath is more beneficial for your muscles, right, Dr. Joe? The internet is ripping itself apart over this debate.
Gosh. Oh, maybe they will actually ruin the internet. That'd be great. They can tear it apart.
Boom, big cloud of
start
smoke.
all over again.
Yes, So much so, NBC News has a story about
Could
this.
I toss a third one in? Is it possible that neither are necessarily good for you?
Well, they both have pros and cons, and neither is an option too.
Now, this is after doing a strenuous workout, or just getting up out of bed and jumping into cold water? What is the deal?
They're talking about after workouts.
Okay.
And heat is better than cold. And I always say, but heat can increase inflammation. So if you have an injury, always ice. So patients come in, neck pain, back pain, use ice. Don't use heat. It's going to make it worse. Go ahead.
After a hot shower, I will put the cold on and let that happen for a while and then get out. Because I heard that was good for your heart.
Well, it releases cold shock proteins, and cold shock proteins, like scavengers, they go through the body and eat up, damaged cells and free
I
radicals.
Can't stand cold.
Oh, it feels really good. Because you know how you like the hot bath?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the cold doesn't feel like bad cold. It feels like, this feels nice. And then just like,
How long
like
do you
a cold
run
drink
it?
on a hot day kind of thing.
How long do you run it?
2 hours.
I don't know, just like
It's supposed to be a minute or
less than
two
a
if
minute.
you're going to do the cold shock protein
minute or
thing.
two,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
What's that going to give me? An extra day?
Yeah, what the heck? Yeah.
What does
Well, I
it
don't
do?
know. It's just it kind of feels, after if I take a hot shower and then I get out, I feel like warm and fuzzy and like relaxed. The cold part like wakes me back up.
Yeah,
I'm going to continue to function after this and not just like lay in my bed.
It's cold enough just to set your feet on the bathroom floor after being in a hot shower.
I'm
Especially
with
how
you,
cold
pal.
it was.
I have a rug.
Well, yeah, but then you have to step off the rug typically.
That's
Yeah,
when you
she has
have
another
slippers.
rug.
I have so many. My whole house is rugs.
She rides her dog around from rug to rug. So which one is better, or it doesn't matter?
Hot is better for injury. Now, if you have an injury, sprained ankle, car accident, don't use heat. Use ice. 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off. 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off.
That's That's how I learned it.
Dr. Joe guarantee.
That's right. My guarantee on ice.
20
Ice-
minutes on, 20 minutes off.
Oh, that's
Kick 'em
what,
when they're up.
Never
Kick
mind.
'em when they're down.
Yes.
Another wellness story from the Wall Street Journal here. There's a new $12,000 surgery to change your eye color. It's literally tattooing your eyeball. That's becoming
exactly
popular.
what they do.
What do we think about this, guys?
Okay, well, what does any sane person think about this?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So
Well, what if you don't like your brown eyes?
they don't really do it as tattoos. They do it just to change the color using a tattoo.
But
to
using
change
a
the color.
tattoo, they basically create little canals in the color of your eye, and then they put another dye into that. Now, if they screw up, we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, have they ever screwed up?
I don't know about that.
Because would the ink like bleed all over you? Because it's very interesting. My understanding of the reason tattoos work in the body is that the body does not understand what's going on and doesn't know what to do with this ink that goes into the skin.
Mm-hmm.
And so what it does is it sort of cauterizes it, creates an area around it where it just sort of keeps it inside of its
don't let it
own.
float around,
Don't let
yeah.
it float around because we don't know what this is going to do. And that's why it ends up being this permanent thing. So in your eyeballs, seems like your eyeballs are a little more squishy than your skin.
But even with the ink and tattoos, there are links now. Certain colors are linked to certain cancers.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. And that's why if you ever get them removed, what do? They drive the ink into the body. It's like, that's not a good idea either.
I think there's only one person on this whole panel that has a tattoo, and that is
I don't know.
the lady.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't know. George Clark might have one in some
I do
weird
not.
place.
No, we're all clean, baby.
Andrews, you got anything on your ass or
Hell
something I
no.
haven't seen?
Nothing that's not supposed to be there.
Wait, Tim, I thought you had the road less traveled right
Oh,
above
yeah,
your belly button.
That's right,
goes,
yeah.
goes right down to his.
I have that poem that
jewels.
Eric has to use the word about. on it.
Desiderata?
Yeah. It's on my leg.
Move placidly through life.
I adhere to that.
Ashley Frasca says there are troubles on 285 in both directions.
We're watching a red alert. I thought it was going to be temporary, but the cones are out in Sandy Springs to block in all lanes. 285 eastbound past Riverside Drive. They moved the wrecked vehicle out of the way, but there's a lot of debris in the interstate. So again, that's the Interloop 285 east that's shut down. You want to stick with I-75 south into town, leaving Cobb County. Take that to 85 north to avoid this stretch of the perimeter. And then 285 westbound, kind of crowded through Dunwoody and Sandy Springs. We had trouble near New North Side Towers Ferry, and that has cleared to the shoulder. Still a rough ride in downtown, 75, 85 southbound through Midtown to I-20 northbound. You're on the brakes heavy up from 166 Langford Parkway. Take us into the northeast, Gwinnett County, Sydney Darden.
Yeah, all jammed up still, all directions on Spaghetti Junction. Once you get off I-85 northbound, it's a pretty rough ride until you get to Jimmy Carter Boulevard, and then on past that, into the Pleasant Hill Road area. Then it does kind of break apart once you get to that 316 I-85 split. Speaking of 316, that stalled vehicle, tractor trailer I-85 southbound at 316, still blocking that one center lane. This report is sponsored by 'Twas the Night Before at the Fox Theater. Cirque du Soleil's new holiday show, 'Twas the Night Before, plays at the Fox Theater November 29th through December 15th. So get your tickets at BroadwayInAtlanta.com. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Topical.
Only way we can get a full lasting peace is a two-state solution.
Local.
Whether I'm down on the south side driving to spring break,
Mark Aram.
I freaking love the Peach Patch.
Tomorrow at 9.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Hey, it's Mark Aram here with an amazing way to make this a stress-free holiday season. Heat and serve traditional feasts from my friends at Publix. Order now and make your holiday gathering one to remember. Check out the turkey dinner. It includes a fully cooked turkey, old-fashioned cornbread dressing, delicious home-style Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, cranberry orange relish, marshmallow delight, and no Thanksgiving is complete without delicious home-style gravy. Just make sure you order these items in advance. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Attention taxpayers. If you or your business owe the IRS back taxes or have years of unfiled tax returns, the IRS has green-lighted billions of dollars in tax relief to those facing financial hardship through its tax relief initiatives. If you have a delinquent tax problem and possibly facing wage garnishment, liens, levies, audits, or already in a payment plan, you may now qualify for significant relief. Qualifying and enrolling in this program could stop all collections, settle your tax problem, and may even reduce what you owe by up to 99%. Call the hotline at Tax Help USA to see if you qualify by dialing 800-364-4142. If you or your business owe at least $10,000 in back taxes to the IRS or state, you can now get the help that you need during these hard economic times. Call Tax Help USA to get your free tax assessment to see what you qualify for by dialing 800-364-4142. 800-364-4142. That's 800-364-4142.
Do you know the secret to losing fat permanently? Hi, I'm Dr. Taylor from Be the Younger You Atlanta, and I know the secret. Our anti-aging program makes it easy to lose weight, regain your health, and for many of our patients, reduce or even come off their medications, all without drugs, surgery, prepackaged meals, or injections. No counting points or calories. And you feel great while losing it because if you're doing it the right way, you should feel great.
Hey, it's Shelly Winter. The Be the Younger You ATL.com weight loss program is the best ever because it really works. You lose the weight and the weight stays off, just like it has done for me. Stick to the program and you will look and feel much, much better. Go to BeTheYoungerYouATL.com right now or call 770-415-3000.
Call us now to schedule your free consultation and take advantage of our 20% off fall special. Call 770-415-3000 or go to BeTheYoungerYouATL.com. That's BeTheYoungerYouATL.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RADIO for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RADIO for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RADIO.
Fall in love with Terrifying Jewelry's amazing collection of designer brands such as Roberto Coin, De Beers Forever Mark Diamonds, and their collection of fine Swiss watches from Rolex, Tudor, and Tag Heuer. Treat yourself and your loved ones to a special gift from Terrifying Jewelry Company in Beaufort.
All right, Dr. Joe, tell people how they can get more Dr. Joe.
Sunday nights right here, 8 to 10. We have our own show here, and we take call-ins with your questions. But if you have questions, always go to my website, drjoe.com. You can send me questions, book an appointment. I want to be your doctor, so drjoe.com.
I like that. You're asking for their business. You said, I would like to be your doctor.
Respectfully.
And your nutritional person, too. Are those two different things? Or if you're cracking my back, can I go, hey, what kind of vitamin should I
do it all, man. Well, my whole staff is trained in biochemistry and nutrition, so
okay.
We're pretty good at that stuff, yeah.
All right. Yeah. And your face is right there on the pills.
We're going to take that off. The new labels, they decided my face has to go.
Well, here's the thing. It was odd for me to take pills out of a bottle with your face.
Staring at you in the bathroom? Yeah.
Pop the pill.
Come on.
We're very happy.
Come on.
In that picture, you're very happy.
I'm
That's
happy.
good.
Yeah.
And handsome.
No. I know. It just... I think I would go for more of like a...
Fred Flintstone?
No, just sort of kind of a techie kind of label. Kind of modern.
That's the new label. It's going to be very modern, good colors, pastels. Yeah, but without
Okay.
my very
in the right
Ozempic-esque.
direction.
Yes.
Let's get that face off of there.
It's Jared's face on it.
Just an odd thing to
young,
have.
good looking.
So,
Yeah.
I don't want to open my look. I like you, and you're a good, handsome fella. I mean, I don't. Every time I open my medicine cabinet, I don't want to see you
watching you
staring.
Eric,
staring.
is today a cheat day?
Did you take your pill?
What are you doing in the
Shake
bathroom,
it off
Eric?
when you're done.
But every time you take that pill, it's like eating a little bit of Dr. Joe.
I know.
right, yes.
I know. That's the good part. But he's staring at me at the same time. All right, you got another real quick story?
Real quick, thank goodness. So I follow this every day. You want to add 11 years to your life? Science in Australia has proven it's as simple as a daily walk.
That's
I believe
it.
in this. 100%.
Now, does that only work in
11 years?
Australia?
It doesn't work here. It's only Australia. Yeah.
I know 11. Strange.
And you got to walk. You got to walk counterclockwise or whatever.
I know. You got to do it the way they do it. I know. Obviously, I think some people say 10,000 is too much a day.
Yeah.
You only need 7 or 6,
Right.
whatever. But I mean, in reality, you say 10,000 just as a number. And it just means that if you do that every day, that means that you're moving around and
moving
you're
around.
walking.
Exactly.
I don't think it's 10,050. There's a lot of
Yeah,
times
right.
you see these stories. You only really need 3,500. All right. The idea is you're setting
your
aside.
butt.
Yes,
Yes.
you're setting aside time every day to move.
Yes.
And over time, you're going to accrue benefits from that.
It's cumulative effect. We call it.
It doesn't
yes.
matter if these articles. You really only need 5,000.
Nope, just get up and move. Clean your house. You wash the windows. You don't have to walk. I mean, just
Yeah.
do something.
I
yes.
feel it now. If I get a little sedentary, it's like within like 3 or 4 or 5 days of that, I will just start to feel like, I don't
Doing
feel
a show
right.
standing up. I mean, that's great.
I do the
That's
show
4
standing
hours
up.
right there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm adding at least hours to my life. by
Hours,
doing
yes.
this.
Quality hours, though.
Maybe
yes.
the best. Who knows?
That could be.
The last 8 hours of my life might be the best, and they wouldn't have been there if I was sitting on my ass
You'll
right
thank
now.
yourself.
That's the thing. It's not about living longer. It's about enjoying the life you have left.
Yes, that is correct.
And not being like miserable. Your body's already going to betray you at some point.
Oh yeah,
You know?
I can tell you it's
Trust
coming.
us, Autumn. Yeah.
I can tell you it's coming.
It's coming.
Every day there's some new ache. All of a sudden, the last 3 or 4 days, my right foot, when I put it down in the morning, feels like kind of arthritic in the not the ankle, but that front part where you're flapping.
The ball, actually. Yes.
But it's only
Front part where you're flapping.
Well, wherever
What
you're
part of my foot that flaps?
Got a visual, yeah.
it's just like if you thought of it as a skeleton, it would flap like that. It's at the bone level, but it's only
okay. I
it's
see
only
what
for like the first 10 or 15 minutes, then it goes away.
And just oil it up.
So I've decided to ignore it.
Yes.
Ashley yes.
Oh, we didn't get a chance to ask Dr. Joe about whether fluoride in the water is safe.
It's a little too controversial. Don't look it up on AI. They won't be able to tell you. Thank you, Dr. Joe. Ashley Frasca says there's a red alert on the north side now.
That means all lanes are shut down. They continue to be with the crash and debris in the roadway on 285 eastbound past Riverside Drive, exit number 24. Not sure how long that cleanup is going to last as you leave I-75 in Cobb County. Stick with 75 south into downtown Atlanta and go through Brookwood. Take 85 north out of downtown to avoid this closure. Also causing a tap of the brakes westbound on 285 as people look over the wall. Still pretty crowded through Tucker and Clarkston on 285 south coming down from I-85 to Memorial Drive. And checking the ride on I-75 in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Veronica Harrell.
Yeah, and Traffic Trooper Andy says, watch out for some police activity taking out a right lane in the express lanes, 75 northbound at that South 120 loop, exit 263, causing delays through Marietta. Get past that, though, really not so bad. 75 northbound as you make your way between the 120 loops, getting over in Ackworth, a few brake lights into Woodstock on 575 northbound. And south side, you are dealing with holiday volume, 75 northbound and southbound between Stockbridge and Locust Grove. Traffic brought to you by Publix. Let Publix make the holiday stress-free with the Publix holiday meals. Just heat and serve for a traditional feast. Advanced ordering required. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
For many of you, it's happening. Your hair's thinning, your crown's disappearing, and maybe hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. Well, I got good news. It's Advanced Hair's incredible, yet simple, one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's Mark Aaron back with you. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and I've seen their results, friends. For your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts, call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Do you hear that? These are the sounds of our jeweler's workshop at Shane Company, where they're working their magic to bring beautiful, fine jewelry gifts to life. At Shane Company, we love jewelry as much as you do, and we know what it takes to create something special. No matter your budget, we craft our jewelry with expert care to be passed down for generations. With jewelry craftsmen in every store and an unmatched free lifetime warranty, we're here to make sure your jewelry always shines bright. Stop by and shop online at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
This is a great time of the year to be organized. Dave Baker here. That makes this a great time of year to connect with Artisan Custom Closets. They can update your closets, home offices, garages, even your pantry, so that everything has a place and there's plenty of room for all your stuff, including those 2,500 strands of twisted outdoor lighting that you've had since the 90s. Simply go to artisancustomclosets.com today and schedule a free consultation with one of their designers. They'll work within your budget and help you get organized. ArtisanCustomClosets.com.
Norwegian Cruise Line's Black Friday preview sale is finally here. Enjoy huge savings with 50% off all cruises and NCL's all-new More at Sea package, including unlimited open bar, specialty dining, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, a 17-year-old mother facing charges in the death of her baby in Marietta. Police say a family member called 911 when he saw the teen mom digging a hole in the backyard.
Investigators say Leticia Rodriguez is facing several felony charges, including concealing a death and abuse of a dead body. Officer Chuck McPhillamy says the medical examiner will now determine the child's exact age and whether he died during birth or was killed after.
Once we have that information, then we can look at, is it appropriate to charge additional things or not.
Rodriguez is currently being treated at Kennestone Hospital.
Once she is released or discharged from the hospital, she will be booked into the jail and held without bond.
In Marietta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
69 degrees in Atlanta. What time does rain arrive, and will it impact your holiday travel plans? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. President-elect Trump's federal election interference case is now dismissed. Special counsel Jack Smith filed a motion to drop the felony charges today, and a federal judge agreed. CBS News Washington correspondent Scott McFarland reports the case was doomed after Trump won the election.
This historic case against Donald Trump for allegations he tried to conspire to overturn an election and with ties to that horrific attack on the Capitol January 6th. That case is dying with a whimper today. A 6-page narrow filing from the special counsel saying can't charge a president or try a president for a crime when he is the president. In the words of Jack Smith, it's an undue burden on a future President Trump.
It's not clear if this decision will have any bearing on the election interference case here in Georgia. The Menendez brothers will remain behind bars for now. A judge in Los Angeles is pushing back a decision on whether Eric and Lyle Menendez should be resentenced for killing their parents 35 years ago until January 30th. Defense attorney Mark Garagos hopes it won't take that long.
We're hoping that by the end of that, or sometime sooner, that we will, in fact, get the brothers released.
The judge says the delay will give him a chance to review new evidence and for the new Los Angeles district attorney to take office. From father figure to felon, a 53-year-old man pleads guilty to a mother's murder in Cobb County.
Yuridiana Villalobos' 3 daughters were awakened by a bang one morning, rushing out of their bedrooms to find their mother fatally shot. Cobb County District Attorney Flynn Brody says she might have just confronted her boyfriend, Hugo Pacheco, about her girls.
It's a very tragic case. You had 2 young ladies who were basically sexually assaulted by the defendant. The defendant ultimately killed their mother and then tried to get to Mexico to escape justice.
Brody says the girls were standing by to testify. They now live with their big brother in Florida.
And they're glad that the man who killed their mother has been brought to justice.
Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
A Georgia couple is accused in an interstate horse theft ring.
They were actually
getting the horses from Arkansas, bringing them to Georgia, and then selling them in South Carolina. And they were doing it really quick.
Harlan Prevost, chief of law enforcement for the Georgia Department of Agriculture, says the Waycross couple was using fake names and bad checks to buy and sell the horses. The investigation continues, and there may be more victims in other states. 2 former Grady High School students continue their tradition of raising money for college scholarships by selling Christmas trees.
Calder Johnson and Jack Vaught are celebrating their 10th year of selling trees for scholarships. At first, it was to fund college for them, but now Johnson says they raise money to send other Atlanta teens to college.
So last season, we were able to give out 10 scholarships, so $2,000 each, so $20,000 in scholarships. We're hoping this year that we can give out closer to 15 to 20 scholarships.
The grower was hit by Helene, but Johnson says they only raised prices a bit to cover costs. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
It's now 6:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather, and triple team traffic starts with Ashley Frasca.
Flying over a couple of different issues in Cobb County. The latest is the crash on 75 South, the ramp to 285. That's blocking at least the center lane at the beginning of that ramp as you make your way past Windy Hill. And there's trouble in the express lanes. If you're taking them northbound, the police are blocking the right lane. 75 north, again in the express lanes around South Marietta Parkway, the South Loop. A little bit of good news with the earlier red alert, 285 eastbound, a crash and debris past Riverside. They've opened just one right lane, but do not get on 285 east if you're leaving I-75. Continue on 75 south into town and take 85 north. How is 85 north headed home into Gwinnett County, Sydney Darden?
Honestly, it's looking a little rough, especially once you get off Spaghetti Junction onto I-85 northbound, and particularly before you get to Jimmy Carter Boulevard. It's really going to be a lot of brake lights, and then after that, you're going to be on and off of them all the way past Pleasant Hill until you get to that 85-316 split. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now, Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official heating of winter. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Increasing cloud cover this evening as a cold front approaches North Georgia. It'll push rain showers into metro Atlanta between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m., then drying out for the rest of the day. Morning lows in the mid-50s on Tuesday afternoon. Behind the rain showers, daytime highs in the low 60s, then cooling down to the low 40s on Wednesday morning. Wednesday afternoon, partly cloudy, high 64. Watching for another round of rain showers late Wednesday evening into Thursday morning. Drying out Thursday afternoon, high 66. Cooling down significantly on Friday, morning low 37, afternoon high 49.
Right now, 65 in Sandy Springs, 64 in Oakwood, and 65 in Locust Grove. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Hey, you're 35 years of age, Jerry Yamamoto.
Yes, I am.
That tells me that you must have at least one Friendsgiving that you're going to be a part of.
I did.
Because that's what millennials do, am I right? That's what millennials do. That's what makes them better than the other generations.
Well, you know what? We're actually doing a new spin on it this year. So since Tina
Enemies.
and I...
Enemies giving.
Enemies giving, yes.
I gave you poison.
So since Tina and I are actually hosting Thanksgiving, we're mixing in a bunch of our family and our friends together because what better way to have some fun than to
get the liquor flowing.
Let's get weird.
Yeah, let's get MAGA dad or whatever and socialist student friend all drunk at the same time.
It's going to happen. I know there's going to be some different political
They walk in as
ideologies.
friends. They walk out as enemies.
But we're going to have beer pong. We're going to have a fried turkey outside. We're going to have fun.
I would definitely, if I had a Friendsgiving, if I was that lame, if I had a Friendsgiving, I would definitely invite this next person.
He's a misanthrope, he has a dark heart, and he needs a good psychiatrist. New York. It's Greg Russ with stories from Studio B1.
Greg Russ, have you done the Friendsgiving thing?
Nope.
I was going to say.
No, never.
Monday edition.
Oh, yeah. This is, after all, Greg, the
Monday edition
of Stories from Studio B1. You were saying, yes.
I like my intro. I like the sounder, but at some point maybe we should just ditch it and say, hey, Greg's here.
Well, listen, people like sounders. I could do that for the whole show. I could do that for the whole show. And maybe I'm thinking about that. But right now, it introduces you as a misanthrope. And if people don't understand that going in, they'll just think that you're some kind of mean guy. But we want to
It's an
set
affliction.
you. Yes, you have a
Can't
disorder.
control it.
Have you not been on TikTok lately? Disorders rule, man.
I know, it's my identity.
Yeah.
We were ahead of the curve on that one. Like, hey, this affliction is this guy's identity. This is what makes him.
Yeah, and people love it. So stop rebelling against the audience and just be the lovable misanthrope that you are. Just play the role.
Invite me to a Friendsgiving, and we'll discuss this.
You'll have to ask Jared Yamamoto.
You are
about
more
that.
welcome,
I've
Greg.
never been to a Friendsgiving.
Please.
I never would be. It just
I
seems
don't
like
know
a
why
very
you just call it
lonely place to be.
Yeah, just
I
call
like
it
it.
Thanksgiving.
That's
with
what
my
we're calling
friends.
ours. Ours is just Thanksgiving because it's actually on Thanksgiving Day. But we did go to a Friendsgiving last week.
But you have all these Friendsgiving, like these people don't have family to go to and that kind of thing. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's like when people are in a city and they don't know anybody, but they have their friends, and so you have Thanksgiving with your friends.
Get a bus ticket.
It'd still be Thanksgiving at that point.
There are,
Yeah.
in our case, since the family's coming because of some moving that's going on, but with the friends that are coming, they just can't stand being with their families. They would rather be with my family.
The
So
worst
I'm like, please
types.
come on.
The worst types are the people. Now, listen, if you can be from a family that's genuinely evil, I get it. But I'm going to set those aside. The worst types are the people who can't figure out how to get along with their family. I'm not talking about if they're evil and when you were a kid, they put their cigarettes out on your arm. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking with, I just can't take it. They think differently than me. And I don't want to hear about how great Donald Trump is. And see, you're putting
You're the
that-
family I choose.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah. So it's,
I love you guys.
Dad voting for Donald Trump suddenly doesn't seem like a big deal when you get a call from mom that dad has cancer. Do you understand how life really works?
Well,
And
I don't
the
know.
things that are
A
important.
lot of these people may be
Nah.
saying he deserved it.
No, I think that when reality hits,
No, there's
when
a
the
big
rubber
thing.
hits the now, yes, there can be.
I've
people
been
like
reading
that,
these
but-
articles. Now, I know this stuff is exaggerated, but a lot of articles being written about how people, especially millennials, are just ditching their families, not talking to them anymore, specifically
Well,
their
it's a
parents.
mistake. It's whenever people do this with famous people, here's Trump's sister or something
Mary.
who doesn't like him or
Niece.
whatever niece. It's like, this is not okay. You're feeling good because the media is gathering around you and whatever, but you're driving a stake through your family. And that's not something that you should do. That's something the family should do, and you just acknowledge it and go, well, unfortunately, I guess there's no place for me in this family anymore because they're cruel or something like that. But for you to push something in like marry Trump or whatever, it's like, there's cousins and there's I'd say try not to mess with your family. It's like the Elon Musk kid who's always speaking out against him. I'll bet you she's still fueled by his money in some way.
Yeah, I've cut her off.
Oh, maybe. But by coming out against Elon Musk and being this uber lefty and all that, surrounded by all kind of positivism from the people around. But meanwhile, you're becoming estranged from your father. And as Autumn knows about trauma responses, it's probably not a good idea to publicly, when you're 16 years old, make all these statements about life. You don't know when you're 16. And, I just think that.
Yeah, but knowing that is called wisdom, and you can't get wisdom
True.
until you've lived it.
True, but
Well, we shouldn't be pulling out wisdom teeth. We
That's
should leave
right.
them in.
Leave them
Maybe
in there.
that's the problem.
Yes.
Get her wisdom teeth out.
We have the only wisdom in our heads. We have it pulled out. Get it yanked
I always
out.
knew those dentists were just taking those wisdom teeth.
That's why dentists are so smart.
That's why
Oh yeah, they grind it up. They snort those wisdom teeth.
Oh yeah, it's a big thing. It's it's like
always-
It's a big trade.
It's like a
Listen.
rhi-
The
it's like
bottom
a-
of pizza, the
They
basement
keep their
of
brains
pizza
sharp.
It's like a rhino horn
Oh,
to
yeah.
these guys. It's got like a love potion. You
You have
mix
a
it in these
piano
things.
with keys made of wisdom teeth.
I had weird wisdom teeth. They came in late because I used to have a diastemus for a lot of my life. I had a big old gap, Michael Strahan gap, but I didn't have wisdom teeth until like in my 20s or something.
I have one that hasn't even come in. It's just there.
Yeah.
in your
Poking.
head.
Maybe it's heard the show.
Mhm.
Doesn't want to be a part.
So I'm done. I don't need to come out.
Oh, what was that? Wah, wah, wah. What was that? What was that?
I thought that was the wisdom tooth,
Oh.
like sending Tim messages from his.
It sounds like a whippet.
That sounds like the world after a whip.
Yeah.
There is a sickness, though, going back to Thanksgiving, that families can't refrain from talking about politics for
Yeah.
one day. It has to come up.
Comes from social media. You have a lot of young people think that's the real world. And
Well, not just the young people,
and
it's
old
also
people.
the old people.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
yeah.
Well, you know, like the young.
I'm in a weird spot because I'm not on social media. But I saw my wife yesterday as we were watching one of the games. She's just like scrolling on something. I am so glad that I don't have that. I'm not even saying it makes me better. I just am, but not because of that reason necessarily. But I'm just so glad when I look at other people and they're just constantly scrolling on their phones that I'm not infected by that. I have no FOMO. I don't care what you're looking at. I never think, what do they see that I'm missing? I am so glad. Maybe if this stuff had been introduced maybe a little bit earlier, 95, 96, maybe I would have been of an age that I would have picked it up that way. But I just feel sorry for everybody I see just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. It's not going to get you anywhere.
Yes, it will.
No, it's
to the end of the scroll.
Does it ever end? Is there
Yeah,
an
I'm gonna
end
find
to
the
the
end of
scroll?
TikTok one day.
You fall asleep.
Yeah. Reddit gives you awards for scrolling a lot. They say you scrolled the length of 600 bananas. That's a real award they hand out.
Yeah, well, the incentives are always to, when you think about like YouTube, why do I have to know how many other people watched this thing? If you're watching
Know if it's worth
Seinfeld,
it.
Seinfeld doesn't say there's 150,000 people watching this repeat of it. But the YouTube thing, why? Because they want you to feel bad about low numbers so that you do something about it, because every new subscriber you or anyone else gets ultimately ends up more money for YouTube. So they actually, hey, come on our platform. Now we're going to humiliate you in front of your friends until you do something about it. Hey, Jim, saw your new video. 3 weeks, 21 views. What's going on there? That makes you feel humiliated, and you go out and pay for bots or do whatever needs to be done.
Yeah, but you can always tell. 1 million views, 2 comments.
Right.
See, I don't see any comments because I watch YouTube on the TV, on the big screen. So when I'm watching YouTube, almost every single YouTube video, the person presenting will reference an earlier video, and they'll point to the top of the screen. They'll go, I'll put that up here. But it never appears on mine. Apparently that only appears on.
Do you feel like you're missing the
phone.
experience?
Oh, the FOMO. The FOMO.
And the FOMO of not reading the comments. A lot of brilliant
Why would I
insight
want to
there.
read anybody's comments about anything?
Sometimes they're funny, depending on the video.
Are they?
On the
In
video.
a pathetic way.
Sometimes. And sometimes you're thinking something about what you're watching, and then somebody says exactly what you're thinking. Like, yay! You feel like
I
connected
would just
with
think,
the world.
I'm not very original.
Well,
Somebody
you do
else had
tend-
the same
you-
thought.
That's a trauma
You stub your
response.
toe, and you're like, I'm an idiot. I should never make mistakes.
I should never have been born.
Exactly.
Think about this. I'm glad that I was born because I have a lot of good friends and everything and all that. But if you had never been born,
Clarence will not come visit you this Christmas.
I'm
'cause you're
telling
glad you were born.
I'm just saying, if you had never been born, you would never have to go to the bathroom ever in history. And to me, that's the real thing that drags down this thing we call life.
Going to the
Constantly having my bladder's
Man,
full
somebody
again.
shamed
Well,
you
yeah,
when you were
yeah.
a kid. Something happened.
Oh, I know what happened. I can't talk about it.
You couldn't hit the Cheerio.
No.
You idiot.
I had no issues with
hitting the Cheerio.
With whatever. However, I learned how to go to the bathroom. I had no issues, but I always did have this thing. I do remember one situation, but it wasn't anything that my parents did to me. It was me thinking that they would be upset about something. I was wrong.
But you can't say.
I can't. Well, I
You're a
will.
wordsmith. Find a way to bring it
No,
up.
I
on the
will.
air.
I'll say it, but I mean, we got to go to Ashley Frasca right now, so we'll
Okay.
do that, and then we'll come back and we can dig into
Or shame.
5-year-old
It's toilet shame.
1969 Eric Von Hessler with a very, very, very full bladder. Ashley Frasca says there's a new crash on 85 near Spaghetti Junction.
We watched it move out of the travel lane, thankfully now, so it's off to the side, 85 northbound past Shallowford, and you really jam on the brakes headed home into Norcross. It's a long, slow ride all the way up to Beaver Ruin Road, southbound improving as you make your way out of Swanee, and then look out for that trouble, 285 east There was an earlier crash and debris past Riverside, exit number 24 on the north side. Now just holding the left lane as they deal with that. So you're seeing brake lights back at I-75. And there is a crash in the Cobb Cloverleaf to the beginning of the ramp from 75 south onto I-285 there below Windy Hill. Updating the downtown ride in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, it's Veronica Rao.
Well, right now, 85 southbound, those brake lights, they start around Georgia 400. 75 southbound is packed in at Moores Mill Road. And then over on the northbound side, your struggles begin. 75, 85 northbound, right around University. This report brought to you by the Georgia Lottery. Now you can win big with Powerball drawings every Wednesday, Saturday, and now Mondays. Play the new third Powerball drawing today. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Turkey, stuffing, and $100.
Now that's a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving Day is Turkey Day payday.
Listen every hour between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. for the keyword.
You could win a $100 gift card to Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
And you'll have the entire hour to enter the keyword
On the WSB app.
or WSBRadio.com.
From the station that's thankful for you.
95.5 WSB. Details at WSBRadio.com.
This Christmas, you can find high-quality fine jewelry and Atlanta's top preeminent selection of Rolex watches all under one roof at Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort. Tara carries the most sought-after brands: Mikimoto, Roberto Coin, Hearts on Fire, Veragio, and Code of Origin diamonds, just to name a few. They specialize in beautiful diamond engagement rings featuring larger, high-quality diamonds, 3 carats and over. These are diamonds you won't be able to find anywhere else. Visit Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort this Christmas, 3 miles from the Mall of Georgia.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
For many of you, it's happening. Your hair's thinning, your crown's disappearing, and maybe hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. Well, I got good news. It's Advanced Hair's incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's Mark Aaron back with you. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and I've seen their results, friends. For your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts, call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Wrap up your holiday shopping with Jewelry Television. JTV has thousands of jewelry styles and gifts for women and men. Shop on TV or online. Plus, new JTV customers save up to $50 when you shop jtv.com/radio.
Skip the hassle and sell your home with the strongest cash offer this fall. The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate's the easiest way to sell your home. It's Eric Erickson here. There are no showings, no open houses, no costly repairs. Go to markspain.com, get a guaranteed offer on your home today, and start packing.
So do I really have to tell this story? It seems
Yes.
weird. So in
Thanksgiving tale.
it wasn't Thanksgiving. I don't know what time of year it was. In 1969, my dad gets out of prison. I'm only 5 years old. So even though he's my dad, and there was a time before he went to prison that, I knew him, but I wasn't there mentally. I was not making memories. So my first memory of my dad was visiting him in prison. And then he comes, and so this was probably some months later. Anyway, there was an enforcer in the house when there hadn't been an enforcer in the house. I mean, we didn't even settle down before then. Before I was 5, it was just moving from here to there, there, blah, blah, blah. We settle in, And I don't. And this is all on me, I believe, looking back, because I have no reason to believe that what I was thinking in my head was correct. But so I was up on a landing. I was upstairs, but I could look down, and I could see my father working on. He used to do like leather work, like making wallets and stuff like that. So
Learned that in jail?
Yeah, I think he did. And so it was like a hobby for him at that point, right? And so it was early in the morning when I wasn't usually up. So I'm thinking, I'm not even supposed to be up right now. And I just had a full bladder like crazy. But I was afraid to go downstairs. Because there's that big man, and I don't know, it's like, so I don't. But now that I think about it, I mean, I just can't imagine that if I said, I'd rather think like he would have been fine, like he would have lost his mind or something.
You still make it up. Look, half the things I have, half the issues I have were made up by me. They were not inflicted on me by anyone else. But you thinking you had to go to the bathroom because you had to go to the bathroom is going to cost you the love of your dad.
No, I just thought it would make him angry. I just thought it would make him angry for some reason, because in my mind I was thinking, I'm not usually up this early, like I'm not supposed to be here, kind of thing. And,
right, but you were supposed to be there.
I know.
He wasn't supposed to be there.
That was your home.
Right.
Wait, it's his home.
Not really. How long have you been there?
Well, we moved into that one together.
For how long, though?
How
long were you living there before? You know what I mean? Like it was your home before
some
it was his.
months. No, but I mean, we weren't living in the same place without him, is what I'm saying. We moved there with him.
I know.
So,
I'm saying, though.
Right.
That
but the
it
other way
was
around,
your,
what I'm
that
trying
was your
to say,
home.
what I'm trying to say is that I think I completely made it up in my mind. There's nothing.
No, but you know what I
there's
think
nothing
is
I
interesting
know
is that you
is
totally blame yourself for the whole thing.
No, but why would I can't blame him. He didn't even know what was happening.
In reality, he was your grown-up.
Oh, isn't that nice?
That is sweet.
That's an inside joke.
That is sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You know what my fear was?
What?
If I had to go to the bathroom at school, let's say, that there'd be a fire and I'd just be trapped in the bathroom. Everyone else would file outside
That's
and
right,
nobody
yeah.
would know where I was, and my parents would get worried that I burned.
That's called
because-
catastrophizing.
Well, that was the fear.
Is that when you love cats so much that you?
Catastrophizing.
And we know that's true with me.
You do love cats. Well, the thing that I
He
would
is
think,
quiet, he is small, he is black.
even as a small child, enough of your cats. Even as a small child, I think I would have looked around and went, "Well, these bathrooms are kind of all made of concrete brick. That probably won't burn."
It wasn't even
yeah.
the fear of being trapped, I guess. It was just the fear of being separated from where I was supposed to be. So when
Right.
people were looking for me, they would think that I was dead, and I didn't want to cause them that worry.
So this is the things I want to let some
was my
psychoanalysts
sanctuary.
need to know that it's not always the parents' fault. Sometimes these kids just make crap up.
It's totally my
they
fault. I'll tell you
terrorize themselves. Ashley Frasca, watching downtown for you.
It is really slow on 75 South as you head past Moores Mill and 85 South from Georgia 400. Heavy on the brakes all the way to the downtown connector, which is sluggish southbound through Midtown, getting to I-20 and northbound. The heaviest part of that ride through downtown begins just before University Avenue. We watch trouble clear 85 north up at Old Peachtree. The earlier stalled Big Rig is still on the shoulder, causing a little bit of a problem. 85 south past Highway 316. And don't forget the stall in the express lanes in Marietta. They're blocking the right lane of the express lane, 75 northbound at South Marietta Parkway. Updating a few trouble spots on I-20 at Sydney Darden.
Yeah, and it is quite a few, starting with that travel advisory crash I-20 eastbound at Moreland Avenue in downtown, exit 59, knocking out 2 right lanes. And just further down, there was a crash I-20 eastbound at Columbia Drive that's now off to the shoulder, but still have some lingering delays. And then another crash just reported I-20 eastbound at Glenwood Connector, exit 61, that's knocking out 1 right lane. All that to say, you could probably just jump on Memorial Drive and have an easier time. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Welcome to the Financial Symphony High Note of the Week. Here's your host and founder of the Lloyd Advisory Group, Mark Lloyd.
Especially during an election year, you'll tend to see a little bit more volatility, and it never fails. People start to get nervous. And right before an election, people are really nervous, like, where should my money be, because of worried about what's going to happen if their candidate is not elected on both sides of the aisle. Both sides of the aisle, not one way or the other. It's both sides of the aisle. So let me just be the voice of reason here.
Yes, please.
It does. Hey, I can show you statistics when one party was in office of what the market did. I can show you statistics on when the other party was in the market and what it did. And here's the bottom line. The market is very flexible. It adjusts. You just change the investment strategy to match what is the agenda of the people in office. And we can make money on either side. But what we can't do is that if you're not in it, you can't win it.
The phone number is 770-766-5611. That's 770-766-5611. Call today to get your retirement started on a high note. 770-766-5611.
Lloyd Advisory Services, LLC, Lloyd Advisory Group, a federally registered investment advisor under the Investment Advisors Act of 1940. Registration as an investment advisor does not imply a certain level of skill or training. Insurance products and services are offered through the Lloyd Advisory Group. Lloyd Advisory Services, LLC and the Lloyd Advisory Group are affiliated but separate entities. The oral and written communications of an advisor provide you with information about which you determine to hire or retain an advisor. Lloyd Advisory Group, Form ADV Part 2A and 2B, can be obtained by visiting advisorinfo.sec.gov and search for our firm name. Neither the information nor any opinion expressed is to be construed as solicitation to buy or sell a security of personalized investment, tax, or legal advice.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
If you have the WSB radio app,
all the notifications you
if
need.
you have the WSB app,
All the local and breaking news alerts you need.
Breaking news in Cobb County.
All in one place.
We'll send out an alert on the WSB app.
The 95.5 WSB app.
Download it from your app store today. Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top story: case dismissed. President-elect Trump's election interference case is now dropped.
Donald Trump was accused of conspiring to overturn the results of the 2020 election he lost to President Biden and mishandling classified documents after leaving the White House. But neither case ever came to trial. And, says legal analyst Laurie Levinson,
no one should expect that we're going to have any type of trial against Donald Trump for the next 4 years while he's the president. Because in our country, according to the Justice Department and the Office of Legal Counsel, a sitting president cannot stand trial on criminal charges.
Matt Piper, CBS News.
It is not clear, though, what impact this will have on the Trump case here in Georgia. 68 degrees in Atlanta. Rain arrives overnight. How long will it last? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. A teen mother in Cobb County is facing charges after her baby is found dead. Officer Chuck McPhillamy with Marietta Police says a family member called 911 when he saw the 17-year-old digging a hole in the backyard after giving birth.
The family has been cooperating with us through this entire investigation. Our hearts go out to them. We can't imagine what they are going through, knowing now that there is a deceased infant as well as the charges that one of their loved ones are facing.
Leticia Rodriguez is facing several felony charges, including concealing a death and abuse of a dead body. The medical examiner is now working to determine the child's exact age and cause of death, which could lead to more charges. 2 teen gang members are indicted in an Athens murder case. The 2 defendants are 15 and 17 years old. Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr says both are alleged to be members of the Sex Money Murder Gang, which is part of a national set of Bloods with a strong presence throughout the state. Zaquavius Thomas and Keanthony Sorrells are facing murder charges in the May 27th shooting death of 20-year-old Cameron Monago at the Rolling Ridge Apartments in Athens. As we head into the holidays, a warning about walking pneumonia.
The State Department of Public Health says they are aware of cases here in Georgia, but we don't have specific surveillance of so-called walking pneumonia, so it's hard to know exactly how many cases are out there. Dr. Perla Soni on the symptoms.
You may have a little bit of fever for a day or two, but it's the persistent cough, maybe a little bit of sore throat.
The best advice, good respiratory hygiene, washing your hands frequently with soap and water, and staying home if you're sick. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
The TSA is ready for what could be the busiest Thanksgiving travel period ever. TSA Administrator David Pekoski says airline passenger volume is already at a record high this year.
All 10 of our top busiest days in our 23 years have occurred since the 24th of May of this year.
TSA expects to screen 18.3 million airline passengers between tomorrow and next Monday, a 6% increase over the same period last year. Before you hit the road for Thanksgiving, remember some important safety precautions.
Join the click. That's the message from state officials like Alan Poole, director of the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, as the Thanksgiving travel period gets into full swing.
Our goal this year and every year is to make sure no one is killed in a traffic crash. Please help us reach the goal by driving safe, alert, sober, and buckle up.
Last year, 23 people were killed on the state's roads during the Thanksgiving holiday. State troopers will also be out in full force over the next several days. In Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia is flush with cash as the state winds down the year with nearly $16.5 billion in reserves. Danny Canso with the Georgia Budget and Policy Institute says it puts state lawmakers in a good position to start investing in long-term goals.
Where now for 4 consecutive years we've seen these multi-billion-dollar surpluses, and the state has been really hesitant to spend those down.
Canso says they're encouraging more family-friendly tax relief and programs like a child care trust fund. It is now 6:34, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And triple team traffic begins now with Ashley Frasca.
Still watching a little bit of a jam trying to get out of Cobb County on the north side perimeter. 285 eastbound. There's trouble in the left lane, still working past Riverside Drive, and it's on and off the brakes from Spaghetti Junction on the inner loop 285 south at a crawl until you get to at least Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. It looks like trouble has cleared in Marietta. It's getting a little bit better in those express lanes headed around the South 120 loop. Updating the downtown ride and trouble on I-20. It's Veronica Rao.
Yeah, that travel advisory, it continues I-20 eastbound right around Moreland Avenue, exit 60. 2 right lanes still taking out. Tough delays on I-20. Those delays on I-20 stretch back to around Lee Street. And that downtown ride is a jammed up connector 7585 northbound starting at University, and connector southbound piles in at 17th Street. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Increasing cloud cover this evening as a cold front approaches North Georgia. It'll push rain showers into metro Atlanta between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m., then drying out for the rest of the day. Morning lows in the mid-50s on Tuesday afternoon. Behind the rain showers, daytime highs in the low 60s, then cooling down to the low 40s on Wednesday morning. Wednesday afternoon, partly cloudy, high 64. Watching for another round of rain showers late Wednesday evening into Thursday morning. Drying out Thursday afternoon, high 66. Cooling down significantly on Friday, morning low 37, afternoon high 49.
It is 68 right now in Midtown Atlanta, 63 in Dunwoody, and 66 in Noonan. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, it's Mark Aram here with an amazing way to make this a stress-free holiday season. Heat and serve traditional feasts from my friends at Publix. Order now and make your holiday gathering one to remember. Check out the turkey dinner. It includes a fully cooked turkey, old-fashioned cornbread dressing, delicious home-style Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, cranberry orange relish, marshmallow delight, and no Thanksgiving is complete without delicious home-style gravy. Just make sure you order these items in advance. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Hey, football fans, we're in the heart of the season and the race for the playoffs is on. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons, former Atlanta Falcon and Pittsburgh Steeler, and now best-selling author and featured in a new Hollywood documentary called The Retirement Deception. I want you to be able to watch this film at no cost because I believe America needs to know the truth about retirement. Retirement doesn't have to be complicated. In football, the basics, blocking and tackling, are what win games. In retirement, protection and income are the keys to your success. This film shows you exactly how to create more income and protect you from the chaos and unnecessary fees of Wall Street. Call today to get your free streaming code to watch The Retirement Deception. If you'd like, schedule a 10-minute call with one of our all-pro retirement specialists. There's nothing to buy, just a brief chat to see if what we do might be a fit for you. I think you would agree, 30 to 40 years of saving for retirement is probably worth a call to make sure you've done all that you can to protect and ensure a successful retirement. Call today to get your free streaming code at 888-471-3896. That's 888-471-3896. Again, 888-471-3896. Mitch Lyons Wealth, your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
The smells of delicious food wafting out of the kitchen. Plenty of tangerines. And Santa Claus appearing at the end of the Macy's parade. These are the desiderata necessary for me to have an ideal Thanksgiving day. Thank you.
Desiderata. Desiderata.
Desiderata.
Desiderata.
Desiderata.
Desiderata.
Hey, congratulations, birds.
Congratulations, birds.
Are you proud of me, Greg? Autumn? That's a difficult word to work in, I feel like. Yeah, I'm proud of myself.
It is.
I'm proud of
impressed.
myself. Thank you.
Speechless.
You are nonplussed. And that's exactly the way I think everyone should go through life. Just don't react to anything, good or bad.
Couldn't be more
Just be a stone.
Yeah, just be a rock. What did Paul Simon sing?
An island never cries.
Yeah. An island
I
never...
am a rock. I am an island.
So a rock has no pain, and an island
A rock
never...
feels no pain.
And a rock...
And an island never cries.
Now, he had not heard of Epstein Island at that point.
Nobody cried there.
Plenty of
Everybody had a good
I have
time.
my books
Plenty.
and my poetry to protect me.
All right, I don't need
I am shielded in my armor.
Yes. Something.
I have no need for friendship. Friendship causes pain.
Causes
It's-
pain. If I
Set-
never loved, I'd never.
Why aren't you shutting this down?
Right.
Why aren't you shutting this down? I started reciting
Because
the
we like
lyrics
to
to
have
Magical
fun,
Mr.
Greg.
Mistopheles, and I was told to, shh, that's enough with your
I
cats.
liked
That's
it.
what I was
I
told.
liked that.
I understand, but the host of the show seemingly plays favorites.
Well, that's true.
Jared never belts out his song because you can't sing. How dare you?
The answer, Greg, is it's the start of Turkey Week, and I'm trying to
Yeah. He's
I'm trying to
thankful.
be very thankful for the people around me, whether they help the show at any given time or maybe pull it
We are
back a little
constantly
bit.
helping the show.
Constantly?
Yes.
Nonstop? Is that what you're saying? Nonstop?
I mean, even when we mess up, it's still kind of fun.
Sometimes you row, sometimes you toss an anchor.
That's what I've always said.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's always said.
You know, you guys are learning. Sometimes you row, sometimes you toss an anchor.
Sometimes you hoe.
Sometimes, we have.
It pays the bills.
That's a customized.
Sometimes you turn your back to the wind.
Speaking of hoeing, I was thinking of this Matt Gates, who's doing the cameos now. Did you hear that, Greg? Matt Gates, for $550, he'll do a cameo and say happy birthday or.
I saw some of them when Tim sent them through last night.
Yeah,
Give us
yeah.
a heads up that these
Here's
exist.
it's working so well. This just in. He's jumped to OnlyFans.
What's he showing? Everything?
Oh, yeah.
It was a joke.
Yep.
He didn't really
I
go to
know.
OnlyFans.
Tim, what are you charging on Cameo? Not that much.
Not that much. I'm not allowed to talk about it.
We're not allowed to talk.
But I'm allowed to ask questions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, ask me a question.
Well, you guys, sure, you could figure out a way to get us all thrown off the air. I'll just sit back and watch Rome burn.
Georgia,
I'll just sit back and think, well, I built this thing. What the hell? I might as well have a front row seat to watch it all get burnt down.
If something happened, like we talked about something we're not supposed to, and then they fired
Everybody.
Tim or me,
Oh, I
What
come
would
in
you
the
do?
I come in the next day. What are you talking about? Of
course.
That's you guys.
would
gotta
you
figure out a
stick
way.
up for us?
Oh hell no! Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Are you kidding me? Robin, I got to stay on the air. You got to stay on the air. If you don't stay on the air, you're screwed. How does it help you if you get fired or Tim gets fired? How does it help you guys if I say, well, there's no show left anymore at all? So I get to be miserable too. How does that help you?
So are you the captain? You're the captain of the ship who would leave first. You'd get in the rowboat. Is that what you're saying?
Well, listen. If
Yeah,
it's not,
because you need to captain some more.
If
I'm
I
not
was-
done captaining.
if I was the captain of the ship and it was because of me that the ship was going down, I'd go down. But if it was the
It doesn't matter if it's your
the
fault
cook
or not.
did it, I'm not
Was it
going
the-
down.
Was it
Cook's
the
going
captain of the
down.
Titanic's fault that those idiots weren't looking out ahead?
Yes,
and
because
seeing
he's the
iceberg?
one who went to bed and said, "You guys look out ahead." He should have picked better people.
It's not his fault. It's politics with the White Star Line. We all know that.
Oh, we all understand
owners-
what's
the
really
owners-
going on that. They
The
just-
owner's neighbor's son was like, "Oh, we'll put him in the crow's nest. Fine. He needs a job. We'll
That's
give him a
right.
job."
Yeah, Jim.
Yeah,
he's a
it was
loser.
nepotism at
He was
best.
on his iPhone.
He's a loser. He's out there.
That's what I thought. I remember reading that.
I don't see anything. Also, I think that we should have done something a very long time ago, and we still haven't done it this day, which is light up the oceans. For heaven's sakes, it's so dark out there.
Elon
we light
Musk,
up the
come on.
highways.
Yeah. Musk could do that.
We light up the highways.
Let's get another moon.
Hey,
Yeah.
Well, we did
That
have
moon
one.
takes so many days off, and half the time it's barely visible.
I like your aspirational ideals here. This is yes. Let's just go ahead, have a second moon. Then when the first one's not working, the second one will be on.
Sure.
Yeah, that
a
that
backup
moon's a real
moon.
hippie.
When are we going to have advertising on the moon so when it's full you can see like a nice
Well,
clip of that?
they're testing it out in Vegas. I don't know if you've seen the Sphere.
Yeah, okay.
The Sphere.
Oh, I love the idea. Having some political messaging on the moon.
Make the moon great again.
When was the moon great?
The moon was great before the socialists took. I don't know, I have no idea. It'd be great if you just put like one political ideology on the moon. Just see which does better. The Earth ideology of capitalism, and the moon, socialist. And then Mars is like some sort of fascist dictatorship. And then you go out to like Saturn or Jupiter, and it's like, some kind of hippie thing, And
Yeah, it's like a commune.
Yeah, you let it all play out. That'd be on one of the moons of Jupiter. But
We hang out under the ice in that moon of Saturn or whatever.
Have a healthy competition. And look, if it looks like the hippies on Jupiter got it going on, you get on a rocket ship, you go to Jupiter.
Get choices. I like
They have
this.
choices.
Hey,
It's good to have choice.
Let's go to Jupiter.
Let's get all these damn hippies on a rocket, send them to Jupiter.
All right, Meathead or Archie, chill out.
These dirty, stinking.
That's our problem. We have too many hippies.
Yeah, it's too many hippies in 2024. Don't
Dodging
you
the
agree?
draft.
Yeah, they're dodging the draft, and they're showing up at fish shows. They haven't bathed in like
I need
a
a
year.
miracle, bro.
What did you call those guys?
Wooks.
Wooks.
That's not all of them. The
That's they're
Wooks
like
are the guys
Ewoks.
that don't bathe.
They
Are they proud of it, by the way?
Like
They're
the white guys
I'm one of
are
the guys who
oblivious.
doesn't really.
They're oblivious.
It's like the white guys with dreads, and you can tell they haven't bathed.
Most
in
of
a
them
while.
have those, yes.
They get laid?
Oh,
I
yeah.
imagine so.
Yeah,
They have
people love
women with them.
that. Yeah.
Wook love.
There's
Does
always
women have
someone.
noses or no?
Do they have
There's always
noses?
someone
Yeah.
willing. It's very weird.
Yeah, they have noses.
Well, there's
Well, you think
female
you'd be able to
Wooks too.
smell.
Oh, yeah. I'm just physically they have a nose.
Oh,
Yeah, think
that's
about the
repulsive.
juggalos. They get laid.
And they wear grease paint.
You talking about the crowd or the band?
All of them.
No, the juggalos. Those are different things.
The band.
Juggalos are the fans.
Right.
Yeah, the
And-
Insane Clown Posse is the band.
Okay. So,
Violent J.
yeah, I guess if you're scummy enough, you'll sleep with another scummy person, I guess. I'm telling you, I don't care. I love music. And I just don't see how not bathing makes you a better fan of a band. I don't get that.
That's
Well,
just
because
them.
the last
That's their truth.
The last time you bathed was probably the first time they played. So
Oh.
that way it shows that you're a true fan
That's
of
right.
said artist,
'Cause
whoever
you
it is.
never want your body to change from that first time you were turned on to the great sounds
it's like
live.
it's like the people when you go
when
to
they
these
noodle
festivals.
around for 25 minutes on the same damn song, variations on the theme of hippie.
Well, you know what's disgusting is when you go to these festivals and people don't take off the armbands from previous festivals, and
Oh,
I mean
they're
they're just disgusting.
I've been to
covered in
every
dirt.
show this summer, bro.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, it'll be years.
Now, please tell me,
Years.
most of these people are in their 20s, right? You're not running into
Yeah,
people
yeah,
who are in their
they're-
40s.
I've seen older people
Oh,
there.
it's sad.
But there's
No, but
more
you're
the
talking
wristbands.
There's
Yeah,
more
wristbands.
rich dudes there than
Do-
there are.
Do the wristbands start growing into their skin? You know, like a tree. If a
Yes.
fence is near a
Yeah.
tree, and the fence will grow, the tree will grow around.
Well, that
the
fat
fence.
lady from this area a couple of years ago, remember her? She never got up off the couch, so she went to the bathroom there and everything, and her family just let her. She just fused into the couch. You don't remember the story? We did the story here. I think it was right
I
before the
remember
pandemic.
it.
Yeah, that was a sad story.
It is
Yeah,
a
because that was not a. I thought that wasn't a big person. That was like some sick person.
No, it was just a hillbilly.
because that
who
happened.
don't,
There was like a
you know.
like a child or something.
No, not that case.
Okay.
That was like cages were involved and stuff. No, this was just a lady who was just a sort of a trashy family. I think I've known people.
She
like
don't
this.
want to get up. She don't got to
Like,
get up.
once the flies,
Mama your cookies.
once the flies start showing up, I mean, it's a concerned family. So
They're
nobody,
fine.
nobody,
They don't bother me none.
They're my pets.
nobody in the family decided to step in or do anything.
They were busy. They were working.
No, they
You
were.
getting breakfast?
They just got up
I
two
need
times a day.
14 biscuits.
Extra-
That's
It's
real.
sad.
I'm like my 600-pound life. That's real. Like
Oh,
the
I know.
breakfasts and stuff that they eat are crazy.
Orson
But they
Welles.
couldn't get the
Portions.
breakfast if
You
they
think
didn't
I
have
like
that
living
enabler.
like this?
Orson
Right.
Welles, for a while, he would eat 2 full, like, large chickens.
He's hungry.
It's large.
They weren't as big back then, though. They weren't pumped full of hormones
Yeah.
like today.
Oh, yeah, they were-
Yeah, there you go.
It's not something that one person usually has as an eating habit. Yeah, two large chickens a
Full
day.
chickens.
2 full chickens.
Think he liked living that way?
That story.
Think how greasy you'd be after.
He had those.
I used a napkin.
He had these interns working for him on his last movie. Yeah, I read this book about it, and Yeah, he had a whole bunch of like prescription pills, and then one of the interns brings like a triple order from Burger King or something, and he's in a robe, and the kid opens the door, and Orson Welles looks up and goes, "You think I enjoy living like this?" You gotta say it in his voice.
You think I enjoy living like this? There's nothing I can do.
There is something you could do. You could stop eating all that food.
Now mind your business.
Ashley Frasca says there's a crash on I-20 in East Atlanta.
We're going to go ahead and call this a travel advisory. It's 1 to 2 right lanes blocked in East Atlanta on I-20 eastbound. This crash before Moreland Avenue. It has you on the brakes back at Lowry Boulevard, and it's also keeping the ride on the downtown connector slow, especially southbound as you try to make your way down from 17th Street. Delays beginning before the Brookwood merge there on both 75 and 85 south, and 10 miles of crowded traffic through Henry County. It's moving, but that's holiday travel on 75 north up from Locust Grove. It finally starts to break loose. It may be new trouble actually there at Hudson Bridge, exit 224. We'll investigate. Sydney Darden updating 285 in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center.
Yeah, that crash that's been there for about the past hour or so, I-285 eastbound on the inner loop near Riverside Drive, exit 24, is still sitting in one left lane, was previously blocking all lanes. Nonetheless, you are still looking at delays that stretch all the way from Cumberland into the Sandy Springs area. They end right before Roswell Road, exit 25. This report is sponsored by the Georgia Lottery. Hey, Georgia, remember you can play Georgia Lottery games from almost anywhere on any device. Go to galottery.com and click DigiGames. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
The morning rush hour, evening rush hour, and everything in between.
The through lanes are jammed up as you leave Marietta.
Tune in 24/7 with the Triple Team Traffic Center.
Stoppage either side as you merge north and south on the connector.
Your source for Atlanta's traffic.
Traffic coming up from the East Freeway on 285 northbound.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Skip the hassle and sell your home with the strongest cash offer this fall. The Guaranteed Offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. With the Guaranteed Offer, you can skip the uncertainty and sell your home fast for all cash in as little as 21 days. There are no showings, no open houses, no costly repairs, just cash in hand and a stress-free sale. Listener Ryan said, Mark Spain Real Estate exceeded our expectations by helping us achieve significantly over our asking price. We received much more than we ever anticipated. We cannot recommend Mark Spain Real Estate enough. Mark Spain Real Estate's been serving families for nearly 30 years and has helped over 58,000 satisfied clients. You can trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Their Guaranteed Offer gives you the peace of mind that your home will be sold when you need it to be sold. Go to markspain.com and find out what your Guaranteed Offer would be. That's markspain.com and start packing.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Hey, it's Ashley Frasca from the Traffic Center. You may have heard me talk about businesses that use shipping containers for you to provide more storage when they've outgrown their warehouse. Shipping Containers for You has your storage solution for construction sites, landscapers, farmers, and wives. Yeah, you heard me right. Is your house and garage overrun with lawn equipment, tools, boxes of Christmas decorations, four-wheelers, bikes, and more? Visit shippingcontainersforyou.com for your perfect solution. These containers were built tough to travel oceans with containers stacked on top of them. Some guy with a bolt cutter is not going to get in to steal your things. Shipping Containers for You has 40-foot and 20-foot containers that can be delivered to you within days. Plus, you get Georgia-flavored personal service with someone who will answer the phone to handle your needs in a clear and easy-to-understand manner. Go ahead and visit them online, shippingcontainersforyou.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Scott Slade here with a special message from my longtime friends Eddie and Lisa, the owners of Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort.
We wanted to let you know it's not too late to give a memorable gift of fine jewelry, including our Swiss watches and our beautiful one-of-a-kind custom pieces.
We are constantly restocking with new inventory, unique designs, and gorgeous diamond engagement rings, perfect for popping the question during the holidays.
An amazing collection all the way through Christmas Eve. It's never too late at Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort.
What? Yeah, what was that here?
I was just wondering. I was questioning myself.
Well,
Am I not a good person?
Technically, I fall into the other category.
Oh, that's true. That's right.
The company recognizes me, and the census recognizes me as
We're not
other.
a whole bunch of Caucasians. We do have Jared Other Yamamoto
right.
over here.
Yes.
So it's good to know that we a little bit of a mix going on.
Disingenuous.
On this show. What is disingenuous? On my part or his?
Don't go after my my
It works.
lineage.
Pal, he checks off the box other. He doesn't go to jail. The government accepts it, man. It's
I could check off other, though. I don't.
You know what you can check off? We had not gotten to any stories from Studio B1, but there was one in here that I thought you might be happy about because, well, I don't know. You're a pretty monogamous guy, and you're not married, but still. Adultery is no longer illegal in New York State. Did you know that?
I did know this.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great development.
Yeah.
The law was written in, 1910, I think it was. There were maybe 10 or 15 people, if I recall correctly.
Do you still have to pay a lawyer to get separated in New York State? Because they have legal separation. You have to pay.
Yes. I think you probably still have to do. Look, a state like New York is not going to take something away as,
Right.
if we can get some money out of you,
Right.
they're definitely going to keep it in place. But I just think one of those things where imagine we think about government being all powerful now, but maybe it was worse back then. What the hell should the government give a damn about whether or not you cheat on your spouse? There's nothing to do with the government whatsoever. I don't know. Tim's like, well, maybe they should get involved.
I think it was used by the spouse that wasn't cheated on, so they'd have a legal argument for divorce.
Well, okay, that's fine.
Did
Well, I
people
don't
get
think the
locked
state-
up for
I
it?
think the problem is that the state gets involved with marriages at all. I think it just should be between
be the
two
man's
people.
decision.
I agree
It's a
with
very
that.
Well, some
strange
people-
thing that
yeah.
it's a legal agreement.
Yeah. It should
When
just
I
be-
just
yeah.
officiated my sister's wedding, and the fact I'm signing official paperwork
Yeah.
that's going to go to the county clerk. I think, this is weird.
Ridiculous, especially you. Doing your first wedding. All right.
People
Lady-
loved it. I was congratulated all night. Like very, very. I don't know what people expected. I guess the bar was pretty low, and I did a good job.
Hey,
Shocked
look,
everyone.
You didn't stink, kid. That's great stuff. All right. I'd love to keep talking, but that music's telling us two things. Shut the hell up. Get the hell out. You know us. We're good citizens. We comply. That means we never question authority. Shelley Winter will question authority. He has a great radio show for you coming up. We'll be back for our final show of the week, except for 1.5 hour on Black Friday. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us, but until then, continue on your journey. Do not piss off the genie.
A travel advisory headed up from Locust Grove on 75 northbound. It was already crowded for 10 miles. Now a crash at Hudson Bridge, Eagles Landing. That's knocking out 2 left lanes, leaving only the right lane open. It may be time to use Highway 42 through McDonough as your alternate route. Crash in the right lane, I-20 east before or past Moreland Avenue, and 1 in the left lane, 285 east past Riverside. Traffic brought to you by Publix. Let them make the holidays stress-free with Publix holiday meals. Heat and serve for a traditional feast. Advanced ordering required. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. I'm Ashley Frasca, 95.5 WSB.
Money Update. From WSB consumer expert Clark Howard. Sponsored by Reliable Heating and Air.
People are overwhelmingly upside down in used vehicles, where you owe more on the vehicle you've got than what it's actually worth. If you go to get rid of it, you now have what's known as negative equity. So you're paying off the old vehicle and the new one you're getting. If you're upside down on your vehicle, you keep driving it, paying down that loan you have before you pile on debt in your life.
New investigations break on Channel 2 Action News. We get problems solved, plain and simple. Every day we follow the facts.
Started digging, only to find...
Getting you the answers you need now.
We have live. Team 2 coverage.
Channel 2 never stops advocating for you.
An investigation regarding your tax dollars.
We're more than just Atlanta's news.
A warning for consumers regarding...
We've got your back all over North Georgia. See what's new, live, every day at 4, 5, and 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate